Hey everyone, welcome to episode 41 of the Bonehead podcast, where we talk all things Blood Bowl. Welcome back. I'm Ben, and once again I'm joined by Bloodtithe Ben.
Hello.
How you doing, man? You okay?
Yeah, very good. Very good.
Excellent. How's your hobby lock-in going?
It's going really well. Yeah, I'm getting a lot done. Obviously something to talk about later, which is exciting. But yeah.
Very exciting. I think I could hear the paintbrush going a second ago.
Yeah.
Hobby never stops with Ben. Thanks very much for coming on the show again, Ben. So what are we talking about on episode 41?
We're going to be playing and reviewing StreetBowl. We'll also be talking about the new Snotling team from Games Workshop.
Absolutely.
And your games, hobby, and star players.
Fantastic. Right, let's go to news. Okay, so over to news, and we've actually got some Blood Bowl news this week, haven't we, Ben?
Yeah, quite a lot of news.
We've actually got some genuine, straight from Games Workshop Blood Bowl news. Now, you've all heard about it already. You've seen it on all the communities. We shared it on all the social medias and things. The Snotling team. So let's bring it up, and we can see the Snotling team in all its glory. So I absolutely love that little video.
So good.
It's just so much fun. And let's just have a quick talk through the players that have been shown. So it looks like there is about what do we actually know so far? Where's the picture of the entire team in the box?
There's one big noticeable part. That thing.
The pump wagon.
Yes, the pump wagon.
Pump wagon looks awesome. This looks like such a fun miniature. Now, we don't know if it's going to be on a 32mm base or a 40mm base. It looks like a 32, I think.
I think they try to squeeze everything on 32s, don't they?
Yeah, I kind of like that.
Yeah, it's consistent.
The model looks great. We don't know if that's going to come in the box. What do you think, Ben?
I think it will, because Snotlings are going to be really small, aren't they?
Yeah, the size of Noblars.
Yeah, I think it will. It'll just be like that big thing. Although they tend to have the duplicate sprues, don't they? So I don't know how they'll...
They do, but from all the team pictures, there isn't evidence of duplicates. So,
could it be the first one that's...
Well, there is, I suppose, an opportunity for them to have a box with two sprues in. One with all the players, and one being a pump wagon.
Yeah, that is definitely a possibility.
I don't know if that's a very Games Workshop thing to do. It certainly is very different to what they've done with the rest of the stuff for Blood Bowl, which, like you said, Ben, is make something with two sprues and then chuck add-ons in, basically, or make people get the duplicate box, which is fine, like absolutely fine. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different Snotlings. That's on the ogre things. There was 2 ogres and 5 or 6 Noblars. So I don't know. It could be.
I know the Goblin box is quite unique, isn't it? Where it's got the sort of plastic inside. They still sell it like that. Where it's kind of like they've got mini sprues that are separated.
I think the Halfling one is as well, actually.
Is it? It's the Halfling one like that too. Yeah. So like, that could work where you have like one half is like you're like 3 sprues of Snotlings and a pump wagon.
Yeah.
So 4 mini ones.
So you've mentioned it 4 or 5 times there. The pump wagon is the coolest thing about this team. Now, for those of you out there who've listened to us ramble on about the Secret League before, or the Stunty League with Mana, the Mana Bowl Stunty Cup and things like that on Fumble, and in real life there is a couple of different Snotling teams. They've all got trolls, they've all got pump wagons, because pump wagons were a huge part of Snotling culture in Warhammer. So I'm really pleased to see that. And I'm just very intrigued to find out what and how they work. It's speculation. Ben, hit us up. What do you think? How do you think they're going to play out?
Probably immediately it's like a bit like a death roller, right? Like that's the kind of vibe I get.
I hope not. The death roller's rubbish.
Yeah, I hope this isn't secret weapon because I want this thing on the pitch as much as possible.
I wouldn't mind secret weapon if you can take at least 2.
Yeah, very very true.
And so one of these in the Stunty League, you can take 0 to 2 pump wagons, and they've got agility 1, but they've got nerves of steel and extra arms because it represents the fact there's just so many snotlings inside it.
Yeah,
which makes them a ball carrier on a 4+, and they move like a ball and chain. If they use those rules, it will be so much fun. So yeah, if it ends up being anything like the one from the Stunty League, I will be so happy. Because if they can make it a ball carrier, that would be amazing.
Yeah, that would be good, especially because it's obviously going to be a lot more durable than a snotling.
Well, yeah.
So something that won't crumble to a block.
That is a bar so low, it could also be referred to as the floor. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I'm just interested to see whether it's going to be a ball and chain, whether it's going to be an ogre replacement. Do you know what I mean? Like a big guy, a standard big guy. There's definitely opportunity to make it play very differently. And look at the individual Noblars. Do we think there are positionals here?
Oh, it has to be. They're so different. Like the guy riding the moon, guy on the stilts.
The guy riding the moon. That's got to be some kind of squig, right?
Do you reckon? A moon squig?
Yeah. Well, what have we got from Underworlds? There are all kinds of squigs now. Apparently, that's something.
Oh, true. Yeah.
And I can see Games Workshop retroactively adding that in.
Yeah.
So we got a guy with stilts. We got a guy bouncing around. I wonder if there'll be some kind of additional movement guys, maybe.
Yeah, maybe like a pogoer, like goblin pogoer.
Yeah.
Very long legs or something. Leap.
Both of those having leap would be reasonable.
Yeah.
The community would love it anyway. Leap.
Yeah, definitely.
And I'm hoping the guy throwing the Majora's Mask moon is some kind of bomber.
Yeah. Oh, that'll be good. Lobbing a moon.
Yeah, I love how quickly the world caught up and was like, that looks like the moon from Majora's Mask.
Yeah, I mean, it clearly is. It's got to be reference. Like,
it's got to be
some kind of reference, right?
I love the paint jobs on these as well. They've got that.
They're really nicely done.
They've got that Ian Warhannam kind of pink flesh undertone mixed in with the green. Which
like the bright green with the pinky colour. Yeah,
I think this is the best paint job I've seen for a new team. And then we've got a wizard-looking guy.
Yeah, he's a bit weird. I don't think that's a new positional. I just think it's a cosplay Nobler.
Cosplay Nobler. Fan favourite? Disturbing presence? But do you remember when the ogres were spoiled and they were like, there's a Nobler with a bottle? And they were like, that's the dirty player Nobler, that's the dirty player Nobler. And it wasn't the case. So yeah, there's a guy with a trumpet, a guy with a mushroom, a wizard-looking cosplay Nobler. I don't know. Maybe there'll be no positionals at all. Maybe they will be. I hope there will be. I'm just so excited to see what how the team plays out.
I think the most likely one is the stilts. I think that's so clearly different. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. I think you're right. And I could see the stilts and the moon bouncer being like fast movers or something. I don't know. Not snotling sprinters or something.
Yeah, I do agree.
It just seems like that.
That's so good. I'm really excited. I think this is the most excited I've been for a new release from Games Workshop. And I think we said that about all the previous releases. I know we definitely said about ogres.
But this is new, you know?
It is so new. It's so different.
We don't get new stuff for Blood Bowl because it's been around and the same since 98, I think, was when the last of the teams was released, and then it got kind of dumped and the community took over running it. That's a very long time. So for them to introduce a new race, which isn't really a new race, a new team, which isn't really a new team, but to have something new without it threatening the game could be good. However, there is going to be an impact there with the way that the NAF rankings and things work. I mean, how do you think that's going to work out?
Yeah, I mean, you just throw another stunty team in there.
Well, so not even that. We've just thrown a brand new team in there.
Yeah, it's going to have to balance out, isn't it?
So we've gone from 26 to 27 teams. Are they going to accept it? Are they going to accept it as a legit race?
Might take a while. Might have to wait for the new. Then they do like iterations of the team list.
Yeah, like the yearly or 6 monthly review for the team to be added.
Yeah, we're probably going to get that.
Yeah, I mean, you guys who've listening probably know that I did run for presidency of the NAF, and I've got to be honest with you, this this is going to cause work, I think, for people.
Yeah, I think though it's probably the best scenario for a new team, being that we can probably already assume it's
Not very
bottom
good.
tier.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I think that's what we talked about last week, or that's what I talked about on the stream with some of the guys in chat. Best case scenario, or should I say, worst case scenario for this team is that it ends up being tier 2 and can hold its own against something like Khemri or vampires.
yeah. I mean, I don't hold up too much hope for that, but
I don't either. Like,
it's going to be fun.
Unless the positionals are crazy good and the pump wagons are crazy good. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be that great. And there is the opportunity that this comes with trolls as well. I think there was a bit of art somewhere where there was a troll. We don't know if it comes with trolls. I would like that. I think that would be cool because I'm a big guy kind of guy. So that could be quite good.
Yeah. That's actually made me think that the pump wagon would definitely be in the kit, because all the other big guys that are sold separately are in multiple teams, right? So this will only be Snotlings, so it makes sense to sell it with Snotlings.
Unless they turn it into some kind of star player or additional mercenary for other teams.
Ooh, maybe. Great in a Goblin team.
Exactly. It'd be so cool. But talking of big guys, there was another bit of Games Workshop news that was not directly related to Blood Bowl in any way, shape or form, except... That mouse is loud, isn't it? Right, let's scroll up here. We have got the new giants, the Sons of Bahamut, that are coming to Age of Sigmar. And I just wanted to talk through the giants real quick, Ben. Did you see these guys?
Oh my goodness, yes.
So these are absolutely massive. I think the bases are like the big chunky bases. So if you use these in Blood Bowl, this would be like a 9x9 or like a 3x3. Sorry, but I think
might be bigger than that, right?
It could be the 120mm round.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. They make the Gargant look small.
They do actually make the Gargant look small. There was a little for scale thing here. Oh yeah, look at the base.
Yeah, that's the Gargant base, which I can't remember what he's on. 60?
Yeah, I think he's 2 squares wide with a bit of space actually. So yeah, that's like 4 or 5 squares. This model might actually be too big for Blood Bowl, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try.
No such words.
Yeah, it could be really interesting. But they're cool, and if you're looking for a Blood Bowl ogre,
ogre,
yeah, a Blood Bowl giant, a really big giant. I think it's cool. I think it could definitely be used. Like this one with the hood has got like 3 humans in his right hand. It's that massive. I do think it is too big for Blood Bowl, but that just inspires me to try even harder.
Just need a bigger pitch.
Well, that's next. When the apocalypse is over, I'm going to try and find a way to make a giant-sized Blood Bowl pitch.
Blood Bowl apocalypse.
Yeah, exactly. Although Sam from the local group is very much up for a Death Bowl game.
Yeah.
A Death Zone match. Which we should definitely do, even if we have to do it on Roll20 at some point. But yes, that is the Games Workshop news. I'm not sure when their next preview is. I don't think it's been announced with a date yet. But I think we're probably done for Blood Bowl for a little while.
I think we've had, with the Tree Man and this, I think everyone should be pretty satisfied. I mean, a whole new team is quite a big deal.
It is a really big deal.
Which
means we've got a couple of months of spoilers for rules and stuff to come. I mean, obviously with the lockdown, everything has been delayed. So then our Fanath Kickstarter is going to be delayed. And I know Games Workshop are opening up online distribution this weekend.
Yeah, I think for some areas, aren't they?
Which is great. So hopefully that means they're getting some of their orders and stuff in. So hopefully we won't see a delay for the Snotling team. It could be out. You never know with Games Workshop. Could be out in a month. Could be out in 3 months.
Well, we'll talk about it when it does come out for sure.
Oh, absolutely. As soon as we get our hands on the book. Although sadly, if Entoyment isn't open, the chances of us doing an early unboxing are quite slim, which is very sad. But, we'll try. We'll see what we can do.
Yeah.
We'll see what we can do. But yeah, that is it for Games Workshop news. We've got a few other bits to look at, including the Punga Kickstarter. So we've mentioned this quite a lot. Just wanted to give a little update on where it was. And that is at 113,000 against a target of 4,000. So I don't even know what that percentage is, and I'm a numbers kind of guy. That's That's a pretty tasty thing. It's got 6 days to go, so it's going to be closing on Wednesday, May the 6th. If you haven't backed it, definitely have a look. And even if you back some of the star players, which we've helped with their Not Blade guy, we got you guys out there, the listeners and the viewers, to come up with ideas for names and skills for the guy who looked like Blade, and 3 winners have been chosen for that. Can't remember who they are. Go and have a look at the video on YouTube to see who that is, because one person's come forward and said, hey, that's me, fantastic. So there's 2 people who have yet to watch the video who have won that model from Punga. And Ben, you and I have seen a couple of sneak previews of some more stretch goals for them, haven't we?
Yes, we have, and everyone's in for a treat. They are stunning. And
they're really useful as well.
Yeah.
Because there are some models, there are some star players that came out with the new spikes for Undead that don't have models yet. For example, Frankenstein or Scroll Half Height, the Undead Dwarf. Yeah. Those kinds of players are definitely in need of good models, and it just might be that Punga deliver on that.
Definitely.
Let's just have a quick look at their stretch goals. Man, they've got so much. These star players are fantastic.
I know. It's so painful every time I go on this page because I just want everything.
It's dangerous. All of these models are fantastic. I love the Banshee star player that they've just unlocked as well. I can't remember what her name is. Gretchen Wachter, I think. But they've just done the mage. They've just done the Egyptian coach. They
churn out so much.
It's incredible, isn't it? How do you think they do that? Do they just prep the sculpt work in right at the beginning, or do you think
they've been working on this for months for sure? They you can't do this quickly, but I think it's just down to a team of very, very talented designers.
Because we noticed they're not actually running the Kickstarter this time. There's another company that's running the Kickstarter.
Yeah, maybe that's taking some time, or giving them some time to do more things. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But they're managing it incredibly well. They're marketing it very well. I think anyone who's backing it is very lucky and for a treat.
It's in for an absolute treat. Talking of that, so their projected delivery date was February next year. So given that they are doing the sculpts and things now, it may not even be delayed depending on what time the world reopens. So
I would imagine it'll be going until that time.
Yeah, no, exactly. So you might even get this on time in February, and they've been pretty good with their Kickstarters.
Yeah, the Pirates one was delivered pretty promptly.
Exactly. That is the Vampires, Egyptian and Necromancers for Fantasy Football from Punga. And then we've got a very fun one next.
Yes, we do.
It is the St. Patrick's Angry Leprechaun 3D printable team. Have you seen this, Ben?
Of course, yeah. We've been talking about this quite a lot.
And why have you seen this?
Ian at the club has backed this, and he is very excited.
So Ian Triplo went straight in with this, was so excited with this, and backed it. And we've been getting updates. I'm not convinced that he doesn't work for them.
Yeah, I know.
And they've done really well. There's a pledge of £400, and they're at 2,500 now. So they've smashed their goal. There's 88 backers. There's 11 days to go. So the St. Patrick's Angry Leprechaun is Monday, May the 11th is its final, and they've smashed the goal. And it's for STL files.
Yeah, it's really good for a 3D printer one to see that kind of money behind it, because obviously they don't really have to do much else now. They don't have to print them. They just have to
share the files.
Yeah, exactly.
It's very cool, and I would be really excited if someone who has the ability to do 3D sculpts can actually put together a Kickstarter. And yes, it's time, and it's a lot of time 3D sculpting, but it's less time than physical sculpting, isn't it? Because you can copy parts and elements. So, but there's a team of people who put this together, and they're about to get quite a lot of cash for their effort. And there's a load of people who are about to get some cool teams. So, price-wise, €14, so £13, the whole base team of leprechauns in STL file. For €17, £15, you get the stadium. And for £27, you get the whole blooming lot. So for £27, plus the price of a printer, or two, you can print stadiums and leprechauns. So let's have a quick look at the leprechauns themselves. So our leprechauns team has been designed to be played with two different factions, dwarves and halfling. So we differentiate the look of some of these evil pixies. So there's a whole bunch of linemen. And it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It looks like they're actually individual sculpts.
Yeah, looks like it.
And they'll be perfect for halflings. There's a couple of blitzers with big... Okay, yeah. So if I said to you, close your eyes. Imagine a rainbow. At the end of the rainbow is a pot of gold. That pot of gold you're seeing in your mind is what the blitzers are wearing as a helmet on their head.
It's creative. I really enjoy it.
I think that's fair. Would you say?
Yeah. I mean, it's the armor.
And they've got a couple of guys who would be standing as slayers because they've got jazzed up beards and honestly what look like firefighter helmets. I think that's just a big buckle, actually. The tree men. Ben, what did you think of the tree men?
They're really just full of character. They're so different to what you normally see, but they fit the aesthetic of the team so perfectly. They're very kind of like storybook-esque. Do you know what I mean?
Super storybook. Did you ever play Conker's Bad Fur Day?
Oh yeah. That's totally it.
It's like a cartoony video game style angry tree ×2, and they look like they're kind of individually sculpted as well. They look very similar size and shape to the Games Workshop ones that just landed.
They do. I thought that as soon as I saw this. So it's actually pretty similar.
Yeah, I wonder if they used the kind of source art to set up their design goal.
Maybe
because they've got the big jagged mouths and the trunk heads.
Yeah,
they're cool. I really like them. You know me. I have like a tree man collection. I would add these. There's the team, but that's not all. There is a dice tower. There's a tower. There's benches. There's stands. There is a pitch. All together is a full stadium. There's modular walls. There's a castle. And that's all STL files, so you do have to print it yourself, which is a massive, massive problem if you don't have a printer. But if you do have a printer, or you happen to know two people in your gaming group, Ben and Ian, with printers, it becomes really interesting. And, and there's some add-ons. There are runners, which look cool. There are cheerleaders, which look really cool. There's a St. Patrick's coach who looks like the Pope. There's a master chef who is just a chef leprechaun sitting on a pot of gold. The death roller man is a leprechaun just barrel walking on a big barrel that is opening up with beer inside. It's fantastic.
Very cool.
There are a couple of catchers who are just very dynamic posed.
This is great. The beer mug.
So you can print your own beer mug, which holds a can of something inside it. It looks like a Relentless size can rather than a Coke size can, but I don't know, you know?
Yeah. It's like it's just like a holder for your can with a handle on it.
It is. It is. So I'm hoping that Mr. Triplo can print us some of these out. At Warship, star player, which is Rumblow's sheepskin, but as a leprechaun.
Yeah.
A blank pitch, there's markers, there's a star player to be released at 3,000, which is probably going to be Puggy, you know? Looking at
it looks like that.
And there's at €3,500 there's a tree woman. So oh come on, what's her name? The dryad player. She's not brilliant.
Willow Rosebud.
Oh, well done, Ben. 10 Blood Bowl points to you. Willow Rosebud. So it's a really unique project. Now, if you don't have a 3D printer and you don't have anyone who can print stuff out for you, it is of no value to you at all. But if you do, then have a look, because for £15 you can get a really cool, unique team that your friend can print for the club. It's cool. I really like it. Estimated delivery in May. We've got a Kickstarter here that's very unique that could be completed, and you could actually have models printed within a month. Really cool. Probably the first STL only Kickstarter I've seen that I've been very excited by, because the sculpting is really good.
It's really clean.
Really clean.
It's obviously got it's very stylized. So if it's not your thing, it's not your thing. But
all right, that's
I think for what they are, it's really embraced that.
That's a really good point, Ben. I suppose we should mention they're kind of chibi looking.
Yeah.
Super Dungeon Explore or Arcadia Quest. That's the style of these models.
Yeah.
If you love it, like I do, then they're perfect. If you're not so keen on the cartoony style, then give it a pass. All you're missing out on is yet another stunty team. But I also know of a couple of stunty teams in the Stunty League and stuff, which these would work great for as well. There is actually leprechauns in the Stunty League. So,
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think they've got
there you go
like StreetBowl and stuff. They're quite cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So that is. Let's go right back up to the top. That is the St. Patrick's Angry Leprechaun, a fantasy football team ready for your 3D printer. That ends on Monday, May the 11th. And we've got one more, although it's not really a full Kickstarter just yet. And you probably heard of it before. It's Legends of the Norse fantasy football team, version 2.
Version 2.
Version 2.0. So this is a preview from Goblin Guild Miniatures. So they've just shared this, so you can start having a look at the Kickstarter and what's coming. And we've seen these sculpts before. They're good, tall Norse guys. They've got some great positionals. They've got great Yeti. They've got great linemen, great runners. They're very Norse. They look tall as you need them to be. The old runners are understated. I actually quite like them. And we saw these all when they were greens. I think they were displayed and shown off. So. They've pulled the plug last time. They're adding it again, and they're going to be releasing it again. The miniatures look really good. What do you think to the sculpts on these, Ben?
I think they're really good. They're just like they remind me. What's the word? It's kind of very realistic style almost.
Yeah.
Is that the right word? Like
yeah. They're kind of true scale. They're just
That's it.
Oh, the werebear's cool. I don't think I saw the werebear before.
I don't think he was in it before.
The SG free werebear for 16k. Nice.
Yeah.
I like that. That's quite cool. It's got a hench mark on it. You got the team dice. So they're just previewing what they've got coming. I don't think there is a release date for it yet. And the price will be €70 for a 14-man team and €60 for a 12-man team. So 12-man is 2 Yetis, 1 Yeti, 2 runners, 2 berserkers, 1 thrower, 2 Ulfs, and 4 linemen plus stretch goals. Delivering in December. So if you want a Norse team and you're happy to wait till December and you don't want to go for one of the other ones that are out at the moment, Ben, what's the Norse team that Ian Triplo just picked up in our club?
That was a Hungry Troll, I think. I think it's like Fenris Sons.
That's it. That is a really, really nice Norse team. If you don't want to pick that one up and you fancy something a bit different, keep your eye out for this. And we've seen a few from Goblin Guild, and they've all been really good. They've all been really well executed. They're not top tier, not Punga and Grebo level, but they're clear tier 2, really good.
Yeah. Very solid.
Yeah, like that. So just one more thing to talk about on news, and it isn't StreetBowl. It is, let me bring up the bit here. Facebook. Why does that say YouTube? That's no good. So we'll just talk about it instead. It is the Lockdown Bowl, which is a tournament that's going to be happening on Fumble. So if you're hearing now, it's probably already started. But what I wanted to mention is that Rob from Secret Carnage, North Wales Carnage Cup, a friend of the podcast, is running this Fumble event and has got loads of unique dice created that you can buy. And all the money, all the proceeds, or the profit basically, will go to Doctors Without Borders. And all the ticket money goes towards Doctors Without Borders as well. And us on the Bonehead podcast, we're for every player that's joined the tournament, we're going to donate £2 as well to kind of just help donate. And I think, I can't remember what he said earlier. I think we're on the way to £300 now, Ben, which is really, really great.
So good.
Yeah, really pleased with that. But just wanted to say, here we go. Over 30 people from 3 different countries have raised £225. That was his email from yesterday. But it's very cool. The dice are still available for sale. So even if you're not going to be playing in the Fumble tournament, the dice you can still buy and the proceeds go to a great charity. And the reason that Rob has chosen Doctors Without Borders is because he said we've got Blood Bowl players all around the world. We've got this disease hurting people all around the world. And even though, it's only good, well, actually, in his words, he said, even if we only raise 50 quid, it will still help if everyone raises 50 quid. And we've smashed that now, on the way to 300, which is really great. So if you fancy some very cool, unique dice and to support a cause, then jump on that. Links in the show notes. We've got a YouTube video, and actually I did put the little segment out in the podcast feed, so you may already have listened to it. It's a great cause, and what we're going to be doing is providing some coverage on the tournament as it goes on. We'll do some game reviews on Fumble. We'll talk about the standings. We'll catch up with Rob as often as we can, just to give a bit of coverage, just to give people something to focus on while we're all locked inside. And if you are a Fumble player and you have missed the first round, message Rob. You might be able to sneak you in and play some secret teams, because it's all secret. Well, it's not. It's all teams. It's all NAF teams, all secret teams, all Stunty League teams. So it's like 106 Chaos. Different teams. That's crazy. I'm running Snotlings in honor of the new Snotling team.
Oh, very cool.
So I've got my list with 2 pump wagons, a splatter wagon, 3 trolls, and 8 little Snotling guys. So I've got 14 players. So I can still take star players. So I'm quite looking forward to it. So I'll be streaming my games when I get them played. It's 1 game a week, so yeah, should be really, really good. I'm really looking forward to it.
When's the first game start?
Rob's doing the draw on the 30th. So this podcast comes out on the 2nd, Saturday the 2nd, I think. Come on, calendar. Saturday the 2nd. So he's doing the first round matchups tomorrow, then on Thursday night. So he says he's going to release the matchups, and then we've all got a week, basically until the end of next week, to get the game in. So yeah, awesome. Ben, if you fancy playing 1 game of Fumble a week while you're locked at home, join the tournament. It'll be great fun. You can run Slaanesh.
That's tempting. I think I might. I'll get my ticket tomorrow. I'll join in on this chaos.
I think you should, man. I think it's great, and you're helping to support
exactly. Yeah.
It's £10 for a tournament ticket, and you get a set of 2d6 included in that price, and the rest of the money goes to the charity.
So, hey, even if I don't end up playing, £10 towards Doctors Without Borders, it's a good cause.
Exactly. Cool. Right, that I think covers everything that's going on in Blood Bowl that we know of and that the social networks know of over the last couple of weeks. So let's talk about what we've been doing, Ben. Let's move on to hobby. Okay, so it's on to hobby now, and I've got a background, because the background is of the ogres that I built this week by Chaos Ogres. I got a box of stuff. I've got some more goblin heads so that I can use them to modify my little snotlings. And I did share this on social medias because I was just absolutely jazzed, because I thought they were great fun.
So good.
Good. Oh, thanks, man. I've now hand undercoated them, and I've started painting up the skin on one of them. I've gone with a dark skin tone. It's actually this guy here. I've gone with a dark skin tone to do something different, to try something different with my painting.
You've done it really well.
Thanks, man. It's been really good fun. I've nearly finished my giant.
Ooh, nice.
Like genuinely nearly finished him. I think I've got the base to do and then a few more details. I can't stop adding stuff. So Ian Warhammer Hannum, who did get featured on the Warhammer community again today.
Yeah, he did.
They didn't get his name right again.
Again.
I was playing a game with Jared online earlier today, and the news came in, and the first thing Jared said was like, "Did they get his name right?" Checked in with Ian. They did not get his name right. It's Ian Warhammer Hammond. But what did they call him the first time round? Was it
Warhamnam?
Warhamnam. Oh yes, Warhamnam style.
Yeah.
And this time it was Warhannon. So they're getting there. So maybe if he carries on painting, I swear this is why Ian spends so much time painting now, is because he just wants them to mention him with his correct name.
That's so good.
I know, it's crazy. So he helped me with the flesh on my giant.
Brilliant.
Gave me some tips on how to make it more flesh-like. They're like blue in the eyes and red on the skin and the cheeks and things like that. So I've got a bit more flesh work to do, but it's the best model I've ever painted. Like, it's not Ian level, but it is Ben and a half level. So I'm like really, really chuffed. So now whenever I'm doing skin, I'm like, I can do stuff here. Let's get blue on the go. Let's add some pink. Like, just go crazy. So
it's funny you say that. Like, I think a lot of advice I've seen regarding painting is like, each model you try, especially if it's like a new project, just try something new on it, and then you'd be surprised how much you learn.
Oh, like, we've spoken about this before, Ben.
Yeah.
We've definitely spoken about this before, because you did. That's right. You tried the verdigris effect on that guy from a Warcry band.
Yeah, you're right.
And then you used it on your Hangover Bowl team.
Yeah, it's good.
I've actually used you when talking to people in the Discord and stuff about painting, about actually go and go and paint a model, use a different technique, and then you can apply it to another project, and then you kind of nail it, and then you can move on, and that's how you level up. So I've used this lock-in time to actually paint things, and I came to a realization, and it's a really funny one, but when I've painted models in the past, I don't know whether it's because I have just been like a massive tank fan my entire life. You paint the tank, you paint its edges, you paint the model, you paint the 3D thing. But kind of just from working with Ian for a little bit, I've realized you're not actually painting the model. You are painting on the 3D canvas that is the model.
Yes.
You're painting on the model. You are not painting the model. That sounds really wax on, wax off. But I don't know. I've never considered that before. Like, actually, while you're layering, while you're adding color, you're painting each individual flat surface.
Yeah.
And it kind of comes together like a mosaic. So I'm happy that I've leveled up a bit in that, and I'm really enjoying painting. But I cannot, for the life of me, decide the color scheme. So I've just got this black armored ogre with black everything, like black shoes, black trousers. I just can't come up with colors because I want them to be
lime green.
Well, we do have the painting. So that's a good point, Ben. We've got the Wobble Blood Bowl team painting.
Yeah.
What was it? Not competition. We called it something challenge, wasn't it?
Just a little challenge, yeah.
Because it's like you guys probably, if you're in the community of hobby and gaming, you've probably seen the what's the Space Marine one called, Ben?
There's 100 chapters and
that's it. The 100 chapter challenge.
Oh, that's it, yeah.
Where there's just 100 individual Blood Bowl chapters, individual Space Marine chapters, and you pick one at random, and then you paint a dude that color. It's kind of like a painting project. Wanted to do the same for Blood Bowl, so in the Wobble group we talked about it, and then actually it was decided that we should all paint one random model from our spares in the same color scheme as everyone else. And then when we can unite and form Voltron, when the world is cured, we'll have this really individual, like this really interesting Wobble team. So yeah, a couple of guys in the chat have started theirs, and someone's even finished it. Ben Winterburn has finished his model because he's doing loads of painting at the moment, while doing 60-hour weeks as well. He's on fire. Yeah, he's just trying his hardest to keep active, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, no, really cool. So that's been my painting. Ben, I don't think you're a hobby shirker. Like, it's time to fess up. What have you done?
I've been working still on my corn, which I've said on the last few episodes. Still going while recording the podcast, just trying to get everything done, trying to clear the backlog while rapidly generating the backlog. So
that's what I meant. What have you done? What did you go and do?
I thought we haven't really been going anywhere lately, and I figured I want to buy something, which I usually have that feeling 2-3 times a day. And
at least.
And yeah, and to be fair, I've had this idea for quite a while. We've been discussing it in the group quite a lot about the idea of a resin 3D printer, because having access to one in the club would actually be quite handy, because we see all these things come and go, like Kickstarters, like the Leprechaun one.
Exactly like the Leprechaun one.
And it's just be like, if we just had someone that we knew, we could get it for a good rate, you know. Be really handy. And I've been wanting one for a while. I've got a background in 3D modeling. I thought it might kickstart that side of the hobby again. And I just thought that's just justification for getting it. But yeah, I got it. And yeah, I've been loving it. It's been a learning curve, but not as bad as the internet might make it out to be. It's quite fun and it's quite easy.
But is that down to your background in 3D modeling?
I don't think so. I don't think you need much of a background. If you can handle kind of light computer software, you can handle this, because that's all that's required.
Dude, it sounds really, really tempting. But you've done a good job of sharing with the group how much work and what did you say the rate of failure so far has been?
I'd say about a third of the prints I've done have failed, but that's going down. I think I'm sort of patching up all the things that are going wrong, looking up solutions to these problems, and yeah, it's going down. I made a few stupid mistakes at first, like cleaning stuff with paper towels, which is apparently really bad because it scratches up all the film.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, didn't know that. So it's if you're thinking about getting one, do a bit of reading beforehand around how to do stuff right, because otherwise you'll make a lot of silly errors. But it's really fun when it gets going, and I think I've signed up to a couple of Patreons just because they give really good models each month.
I think
And yeah.
I think I am actually also part of a Patreon.
Oh, really? Well, if you need stuff printed, let me know.
I might have to dig out the details of that and just let you have my login. And then if there's something. So why did you get the 3D printer? Like what was your excuse? What did you tell Alison?
Well, she heard of it out of the blue. I think I just kind of we're working in the same room at the moment while we're both working from home, and I just sort of turned around and said, "Alison, I bought a 3D printer."
Alison,
And the
this
reaction was
room is too quiet. It needs a 3D printer in it.
the reaction was less explosive, thankfully. Which was great, but yeah, no, I think oh no, I know what it was. I was going to back the Punga Kickstarter, and I was thinking, well, I could just redivert these funds and make my own, like print my own stuff. Like, do I need another Blood Bowl team? I've got quite a few unpainted. Haven't even finished the rats yet.
Why buy one Blood Bowl team when I can print unlimited amounts?
Yeah, that's the theory. Yeah, not as many Blood Bowl miniatures as you'd expect out there.
I think that's just the beginning. I think it's just
Yeah,
starting.
I think so too.
I think it really is just starting. Especially because the more people who have the printers, there's more impetus for other people to learn how to sculpt. So
Yes.
now I know that you have a printer, and because of you getting a printer, you ultimately next level Ben-abled Ian Triplo,
Yeah.
one of our local players, who got. So you got the resin one.
Yeah.
He got the what was the other
filament one.
The filament one. So
Yeah.
so on the Leprechaun Kickstarter, the terrain would be the kind of thing he could smash out, and the individual miniatures, where there's a finer level of detail, is more attuned to the resin one, right?
Yes. Yeah. The resin one isn't good for doing terrain. It would just cost you an arm and a leg.
Out of time, from the sounds of it.
Yeah.
But what that does mean is somebody like me or you who like to sculpt and build and do things, there's now actually a reason to do that. So I'm hoping that as more people pick up 3D printers, and let's face it, the lockdown was a really great enabler itself to. We've got time, we've got hobby time, we can't go out, and that time's going to be spent doing. So why not create things? There might be more homebrew sculptors now, is what I'm saying.
I absolutely think that, and like there are a lot. I say a lot. I say probably a good handful of patrons already doing that, where it's like individuals or small groups
And
where
we're gonna-
they're
we're
all
gonna
just
see-
doing 3D modeling, and yeah,
We're going to see more of that, which could be really, really cool. I mean, obviously there are some great Blood Bowl miniatures out there, but I'm hoping that I can do some dungeon tile work and get you
fantastic.
or Ian to cast me to print me one, so that I can then, because I don't know if you guys know, I cast resin and plaster dungeon bits. Actually, I get you to print one section of tile, and then I cast it, and then I can resin cast a whole billion, like that. I don't have to buy a printer now. I've got a friend who can charge me a fair amount, Ben, a very fair amount, because Ben will naturally be inclined to charge us free money or like no money at all. But that kind of thing. It means that there's more impetus now for people to experiment and to learn these talents, because it becomes slightly more accessible. So I'm real excited, because there are a whole bunch of stunty teams that need teams, and we spoke about this a while ago on the podcast. There's like an Albion Fae team that needs a pixie that looks like Navi from Link, and now there's like, if I sculpt one of them, I might be able to sort of talk to Ben and he might be able to print one off for me.
definitely.
And it's just like, before then, there's literally no point, because I'd have to sculpt it, then I'd have to send it to Shapeways, and then I'd have to wait 2 months for it to arrive, for it to be wrong.
Yeah.
It was just like, there's really no point. But anyway, that is a heck of a project, Ben.
Yes, I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of little bits and pieces I can add to existing projects with it.
Yeah,
It's another tool in the kit. That's what I'm saying. It's not replacing anything. I'll still be buying miniatures. Like I thought it might cure the plastic crack addiction, but instead I've just become Walter White, I think.
Oh yeah,
So,
you've just been able yourself to do even more.
Yeah.
But the thing is, and I know that I guess the biggest argument for 3D printers is people have said it's going to kill miniature sales. But when this Snotling team lands, you're going to buy it, maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
If you were going to buy it before, you're still going to buy it now. It just means that you might print off an unauthorized version as well as a proxy, because it's quite cool. And all it's going to do is just mean they're going to end up with more teams, Ben, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Skip,
what have I done?
Skip one caster. Skip one Kickstarter. Print many teams. Also, it means we can do some cool star players.
That is true. That is true.
So, other than creating your own miniatures and painting your Age of Sigmar stuff, anything else on the hobby and games front recently, Ben?
Yeah, we're doing that 100 Space Marine challenge thing. Made a start on that. Made a start on the Wobble challenge. So got a few things on the go. And yeah, hopefully get it all done soon because there's not a lot of things else to do at the moment. So just lots and lots of painting.
What colour Space Marine did you get?
I got the Hawk Lords, which are purple and gold. It's very Emperor's Children.
Oh, that's
mixed with Raven Guard.
That's cool. Like that.
Yeah.
I can't remember what I was called. It's something like the Brothers of 1,000 or something, but it's grey and yellow, which actually is one of my favourite colour schemes. I've got
cool.
Got a second edition dwarf team painted in that scheme, so I'm quite happy with that.
Nice.
And my current dwarf team that I'm painting for sevens is in fact dark grey and yellow, so I'm excited. It's a good way to get colour schemes. And our wobble scheme is black and lime green, which makes sense because it's kind of our wobble colours as well. We did a poll. We did a poll in our wobble group, and those were the two highest colours. So that's great. Even though there was what was your suggestion, Ben?
I had mahogany.
No, the other one.
Oh, what metallic gamboge? Yeah. I thought let's spice it up a little bit. I googled obscure colours, and yeah, they didn't go down too well. I don't think.
You got at least 2 votes.
I think you were one of them, and I think I was the other. So.
No, it wasn't me. It was the. It was the only other person with me in their profile picture.
Tiff.
Yeah.
Thanks, Tiff.
Yeah,
she loves some metallic gamboge then.
She has actually that kind of yellow is one of her favourite colours.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
And she was like, I also wanted to support Ben. I was like, oh, that's really nice.
I didn't know it was a yellow. I just googled it and it was the first result. It could have been a slur.
Because I saw you put it in there, I was like, oh god, everyone's going to ask. I then had to Google it and put it into the thread so that people could see what it was. Basically, a Yandan Dark Sun from the Foundation days mixed with metallic, which wouldn't have been a bad colour at all.
I think that would look pretty cool.
Yeah, I agree. I genuinely thought this was like one of your, premium colours that you'd got from.
Why do you think I'm that pretentious?
Well, on your hobby thing, like you got a free trial with your £75 paintbrush, that kind of thing.
That's true. Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, we've got some painting challenges going on. We've got some teams being painted. We've got some individual models being painted and printed. And yeah, games wise, I've actually played a load of Blood Bowl. It's been wonderful. I'm going to confess, I had a bit of a hobby blip, like a passion for everything just died. Had a bit of, you get peaks and troughs, and I got troughed hard, and just really CBA'd with everything. Like, it all happened on a day off. Like, I had a weekend off, or I had 2 days off in a row, and Tiff was working. And the first day, I was like, yeah, do loads of stuff. Then it got to the next day, and I kind of was like, none of this matters. No one cares. Nothing matters. I've got to stream later. I'll stream, and it'll be all right. And I had a brilliant stream. I had a great time. That was when I played Ian with my Snotling team on Roll20, playing a game of Blood Bowl 7s, pro halflings against the Snotling team from Stunty League. And it was brilliant. And then we went and played. I played on Blood Bowl 2 afterwards, and had another great game, and had a great time with the guys in chat. And reinvigorated. I was a bit stumped, a bit bored of nothing. I was like, I started painting. I was painting my ogres, and I was like, there's going to be no time we're going to use these anytime soon. Like, what's the urgency? And yeah, playing a game of Blood Bowl and having a chat with Ian, and then having a chat with the guys on chat was just great. And I was re-inspired. So I'm very happy with that. Got a couple of games of 7s in. Going to play a game soon against you, which is quite exciting.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, I've just got a load of Blood Bowl in. So if you're a Blood Bowl 2 player on the PC, join the Bonehead Podcast Cup. It's an open ladder. Sunday nights, Tuesday nights, and whenever else you can get a game in the Discord. Again, I'll put the links in the show notes below. But yeah, come play some Blood Bowl against some great guys. I'm in a bit of a pickle now. My ogres are 1560, which means the newer teams, they won't be paired. I won't be paired against them.
Oh.
So I had to create a new Dark Elf team yesterday to play against James's Dwarfs, and lost 2-1.
That's going to do that, isn't he?
Turn 16. It was tough. It was really tough. But yeah, what can you do? Have you been playing any Blood Bowl, Ben, or have you just been painting and doing stuff?
No, I haven't played a lot. I've had a lot going on actually lately, so I've missed the last couple of league things. But I'm looking forward to our game.
Yeah.
Like you say, with Blood Bowl, it's the kind of game where as soon as you play it with a good group of guys, you realise actually this game is really, really good.
Yeah,
So
it
I'm
sucks you back in.
again. Yeah.
Cool. Right, talking about the game you and I are going to play, we should probably move on to our first topic. Everybody knows we love variants of Blood Bowl here. Specifically Sevens is probably our most favourite one. Dungeon Bowl is great fun, don't get me wrong, but Sevens is a great fast version of playing Blood Bowl. Now a lot of people who've heard us talk about Sevens have said, dude, you got to try StreetBowl. Like it's the same. It's the fast version of Blood Bowl. So we're going to. So what Ben and I are going to do is we're going to talk through the StreetBowl rules. And then we're going to play a game and record it and then talk about our final thoughts afterwards, aren't we?
Yep, I'm looking forward to this.
So, StreetBowl, the advantage of StreetBowl, we start off talking, we've got the rules here from the NAF website, from the NAF variants. It's in the link below in our show notes and on the video details. Is the pitch. So let's take a quick look at the picture here. Let's take a quick look at the picture of the pitch here. Basically, the pitch is the same length as a Blood Bowl field, but you lose the wide zones. So you can play this variant on a standard Blood Bowl pitch, but the wide zones are null and void. In fact, you generate wide zones sort of 2 in. So what you end up with is a field 26 squares long and 7 squares wide. So you're just playing with the center of the board. But in this, the two edge squares on either side end up being your new wide zone. So you end up with a 2 square wide zone, then a 3 square center zone, then a 2 square wide zone, and that's the entire pitch. So it's the same length as a Blood Bowl pitch, but it's just thinner basically. And the whole premise is that this is being played in the streets of a city in Blood Bowl land, which is quite cool. So before we move on and talk through the rules, Ben, what do you think about the size of the pitch?
I think it's really exciting. I mean, it's going to be pretty. I mean, when we start talking about some of the rules, it could be quite violent.
Very violent.
I think it's going to be really hard for like agile teams to do all their dancing around a strong defense on this pitch. There's nowhere to run.
Yeah, it keeps it really packed in. So the thing for me is that Sevens is a fantastic variant, and you can mark a Sevens pitch up on a Blood Bowl board. You can do it. I've got it on the back of my Skaven dwarf pitch. But this, you don't really need to mark anything out. You just use the center zone of any Blood Bowl pitch you've got. I like the advantage of that.
Yeah.
But the clever thing with Sevens is where you've got the neutral zone in the middle, you have a smaller sized pitch that has the same depth because you've still got 13 squares to the end zone, but the pitch is only 20 squares long. Whereas here you've got a long, thin pitch, which does actually look like a street, which is quite cool. So just one of the different variations, and I think it's probably a bit of a benefit. So we'll talk through the rules. So the team creation rules are exactly the same as Blood Bowl 7's. 600,000 to build your team, 0 to 4 positionals, so basically non-linemen. You can take your teams from everything else. The only twist here is that you get a magic potion for free, and you can buy an extra one for 50k. So magic potions, we'll talk about them now.
I'm excited about this.
It's an interesting thing.
Won me over.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing to just have in the standard rulebooks. So, magic potions. These potions may be administered to any player who is knocked out, badly hurt, or seriously injured. If the player is dead, it's too late. Just after knockouts are rolled, coaches can also feed potions to healthy players prior to setting up for any drive, although this usually isn't the best idea. After a player has been given a potion, roll a d8 and refer to the following table. So, on a 1, Squigpish. It's poisonous. The player is killed immediately. So, the idea is you're using this as kind of like a poor man's apothecary.
Yep.
So it makes sense that on a bad roll, you're going to die. On a 2, Tap Water, no effect. On a 3, Laudanum, so Laudanum. This dulls the player's pain enough to get back on the pitch. He gains really stupid, thick skull, and a -2 agility modifier for the rest of the match. Dwarf Ale on a 4, the player returns to play but is somewhat wasted. He gets -1 agility and Bonehead for the rest of the match. 5, Healing Balm, the player goes back to the pitch with no ill effects. 6, Warpstone Tincture. The player returns to play and gains sprint and jump up, but must be the first player to act every turn for the rest of the match. Number 7, Orca Cola. The player returns to play but has picked up a taste for a certain soda. If he ever ends an action in a wide zone or end zone, he leaves the pitch to visit the concession stand and misses the rest of the drive. It may still be used to score a touchdown though, so if he wanders in to the end zone, he scores the touchdown, then he wanders off, grabs another Orca Cola and comes back to the pitch. No problem at all. And on an 8, Fungus Beer. So look out. The player gains +2 strength and frenzy, but suffers from wild animal for the rest of the match. Furthermore, he must roll a dice at the start of every turn, his team and the opponent's team when he's on the field. On a 1, he dies immediately. So, what do you think?
Oh, I'm really hoping to get that. The Fungus Beer. I'm playing for that.
just have a massive strength 5, strength 6 player.
Yeah,
with frenzy. Well, you're playing in pretty strict confines, so that would make a bit of a difference. And we'll go back to the pitch now, Ben, because yes, like you said, there's something special about the pitch. It's played in a street, and you've got a smaller pitch than a standard Blood Bowl team, standard Blood Bowl field. You're using a sevens team. You've got to have someone on the touchline. So a team must set up as many players as possible for each kickoff, up to a maximum of 7 players for each drive. Due to the narrow width of the pitch, it is only mandatory to set up 1 player on the line of scrimmage. They must be between the hash marks, so they can't be in the wide zones. And only 1 player may be set up in each wide zone. So unlike sevens, where you set up 6 squares apart, you have to have 1 guy on the centre 3 squares, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Well, 1 to 3, I suppose, which is quite cool. So you're going to get that initial bash that you don't get in sevens. There's a different kickoff table. We'll come to that in a minute. But cobblestones and walls. So basically, if a player ends up on the ground and you roll for armor, because of the fact that the ground is uneven, bumpy, made of rock, you add +1 to the armor roll.
Yeah, this is crazy. I think it's going to result in significantly more casualties. It's
going to be horrific. The other thing is the cobblestones. If a ball bounces on the ground because it's dropped or the catch is failed or hits the ground after a pass, kick or throw in, you roll a d8 and scatter it. If the square it bounces into is empty, you scatter it 1 more time, basically representing that the ball is bouncing around on uneven ground.
Mm-hmm. Yep, extra bouncy.
Yep, and there are also walls. So the end zones are open to the crowd, but the sidelines are basically the game is penned in by the walls because this is being played in a back street. So if a player would normally be pushed into the crowd, so same rules, it's actually left in place, and you roll for armor again, adding +1, and that +1 does stack with the ground. So if a player would be pushed off the pitch, instead you leave him in place and then you roll against armor, but you're adding +1 because he's punched into a wall. If he's stunned, he goes down. If he's not stunned, he's fine. If a player is pushed back and knocked down and would normally go off the pitch, instead he hits the ground, so you get +1 for the ground and +1 for the wall as well. So you're hitting him into the wall, and if you've got Mighty Blow, that's +3 to armor. Yeah, I know. It's massive.
Yep.
Absolutely massive. The ball, if it bounces into a wall during play, then it will scatter d6 squares in a random direction using the throw-in template. So it doesn't really make a difference there. Instead of rolling 2d6, it's just 1d6, which makes a lot of sense because the pitch is only 7 squares wide. And you can throw the ball off the wall. Did you have a chance to look at those rules, Ben? Because if not, we'll talk through them now.
I did have a look, and it made me really want to try high elves for this.
So you can throw like normal in the game. There's no restrictions on that. But some throwers will deliberately try to pass the ball to another player by throwing it off a wall. Passing a ball off the wall is extremely difficult as well as quite unpredictable. So any pass that you try to do that with suffers -1 to the attempt. A pass which is bounced off the wall can never be intercepted, though players with pass block may still move to place tackle zones on either the thrower or the intended receiver. So the rules say that holding the range ruler sideways, you can bend it so it goes from the thrower to the intended receiver and also touches one of the walls along the side of its intended path. If you don't have a range ruler, or you have the new Blood Bowl 2016 range ruler, I assume you kind of just choose a square on the wall from which you try to bounce it and count the entire distance.
Yeah, I
feel like that's
fair.
the most logical. I'd probably say that the square on the wall would count twice, because you would be normally bending the range ruler in that square.
Yeah,
But if that comes up in our game, we can figure it out there. If the throw is fumbled, it lands as the owner's feet as normal. And if the throw is inaccurate, it hits the wall where you said it would, but then it scatters d6 squares using the throw-in template as before. So it's a really interesting way to get around throwing interceptions. So if there's a line of whatever right in the way, you can basically bend it like Beckham off the wall at -1 to try and avoid the interception.
I mean, it's great for style points, isn't it?
Absolutely great for style points.
Yeah.
Actually, style points is something that we should that should be introduced as well as MVP.
Absolutely, definitely should.
Just an extra 1 style point. I think that's fine.
Yeah.
At walls versus stunties, there's actually rules for throwing a teammate into a wall as well. Basically, on a 1 to 5, he goes splat against the wall, and that's +2 to the armor roll. But on a 6, he kicks himself off and can try and land properly.
Little Mario wall jumper.
Exactly. Boop, boop. There's no referee. So StreetBowl games are not watched over by a referee, which means that players cannot be sent off, but they can be hurt in retribution. A player wishing to commit a foul does so as normal, taking assists into account. Irrespective of the success of the foul attempt, the coach of the fouled player may roll a d6. On a 1 to 3, nothing happens. On a 4+, angry fans have hit the fouler with a rock. Make an armor value roll for the player committing the foul, adding +1. If the roll is enough to break armor, make an injury roll as normal. If the armor is broken on the player committing the foul, his team suffers a turnover. So instead of the classic roll a double on a foul, he gets sent off immediately. It's your opposing coach has to roll a 4+, and on a 4+, the fouling player takes an armor roll, which is quite cool.
I think it's a really fun and thematic way to do it, rather than just either remove fouling or you could always foul. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. It's a cool balancing point, and probably makes more sense than to add a game referee like from Metabots or from Boxpeak. So yeah. Secret weapons, basically at the end of a drive you roll d6 for each secret weapon that's on the pitch. At a 1 to 3, the player is dragged away by the crowd and is considered badly hurt, but potions cannot be used to save him. On a 4 to 6, the player fights his way free and can play on. So basically you roll a 4+ and he's good to go. However, if the secret weapon player has loner, he only comes back on a 6. It's basically viewed that on a 4 or 5 he's just not up for it and wanders off because it's too dangerous for him. So that is the rules for using the walls. That's the rules for using the floor. There's no referee, and the only other thing to mention is there is a special kickoff table and there is a special weather table, and I don't think we're going to talk through it because actually just have a look at the PDF. That's a lot of talking. There's still blitz, there's still throw a rock, there's still high kick, there's still changing weather. Cheering fans and brilliant coaching is the same as the standard 7s, which is roll a d6, and on a tie no one gets it. There's still a riot, and then there's loose masonry, stray pony, and potion peddler and guards, which are the special ones, which are quite interesting. So when we play the game, Ben, it wouldn't surprise me if one of those came up.
Yeah.
But yeah, quite cool. So what are your initial reactions about this variant?
That's carnage. Absolutely carnage. I think games will be very quick. I'm expecting this to be even faster than 7s, just because we probably might not have any players left by turn 6.
Because death. That's a really good point, actually. It's 2 6-turn halves instead of the standard 8-turn, because it's a 7s variant, basically.
I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a really tough game on offense. So you've got to really rely on doing damage, I think. That's the impression I get from it.
Which doesn't bode well for someone like me who likes to play either agility teams or significantly underpowered teams.
Yeah, I do. My initial impression is that agility teams get the short end of the stick in this format.
I think this is a dwarf-friendly environment.
Yeah,
I really
yeah,
do.
I agree. It's so narrow. Your movement doesn't really matter as much.
Which I
Agility
like.
teams,
Because sevens really opens it up. It allows that flexibility. You don't have the free blocks, and it's all about movement and maneuverability, isn't it?
yeah, it is.
This is like the opposite.
It really is.
Which I'm really excited to try, because one of the things I want to do with sevens is basically tunnel bowl, which is you block off certain areas of the pitch and you create channels where you have to, which basically supports teams with trolls or dwarves, the slower teams. This is, you're kind of already there.
Yeah.
You've got 7 squares, and that is the entire pitch width. This would be a great environment for Beasts of Nurgle.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Nurgle in general. I mean, your disturbing presence is always going to be a thing, isn't it?
So you take a beast, you take 2 warriors. The beast with its tentacles just absolutely eats up the center 3 squares, and they've got to run all the way around to get down the pitch. I think that's quite cool, and that's kind of what it changes up the meta, I suppose.
Yeah.
But you break an elf catcher away, he's still down the way. He's still gone.
He is.
Yeah. So Ben, what we're going to do is you and I are going to play a game now using Roll20. We've got a pitch set up. We've got a stream set up for it, where we will go through, play the game. You'll be able to see the players, you'll be able to see the score, the die rolls, and we're going to talk through it as we play, so that you guys on the podcast can listen along. But I think what we'll do to shake it up is on the podcast we will put the game itself on the end of this show. So if you don't want to listen to it, you can just listen to our final thoughts next. Then listen to the game if you want to listen to the game, because I don't want you to have to try and follow a game to then miss out our final thoughts. So we'll go from here to the final thoughts, then you can listen to us play the game. But Ben, you and I are going to go into the game now. Happy with that?
Yes, very much so.
All right.
Let's get going.
Let's, well, I'll tell you what we'll do before we do that. Let's talk about the teams we're going to take. What team are you running?
I'm going to run Orcs. Probably a suboptimal Orc build, but I really wanted to try a troll with the +3 to damage rolls, and you punch them into a wall. So
that is a huge point. I'm running Chaos.
Yeah.
I'm taking the Red Skulls build from 7 Super Series, so a Minotaur, 2 Warriors, and 4 Beastmen. We're running no skills. We just wanted to take 2 random teams that we fancy playing in 7s. That are kind of standard, not too complicated teams, like, well, you said Nurgle, some of the other teams with extra rules would pile on the pressure. And actually what we don't want to do is take a couple of vanilla teams-ish so that we can experience the format rather than crazy teams.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, let's take a quick break and we'll come back with the game / with the final thoughts. So we're back. We've finished playing our game. I've reset the screen so you can't see what the result is. So if you want to listen to the game or watch the game, it will be after this short segment here. So Ben, first game of StreetBowl. What did you think? What were your thoughts?
I thought that is a really fun format. It's very different and very fast. If you want a fast-paced Blood Bowl match and you don't even have time for sevens, maybe this is the one.
I still think sevens is a bit faster. But I don't know if that's because you're moving greater distances, so maybe it feels like it's faster because you cover what feels like more space. This just felt super tight. This is like the Space Hulk of Blood Bowl.
Yeah, get little blips for Gene Stealers.
There was just there was no way to break through because it only takes 1, 2, 3 guys to put tackle zones on the entire pitch. Even with we had a pretty crazy kickoff at one point, and there was about 5 players total standing on the pitch, but it still was really difficult to get a breakthrough. It could have been the teams we're using because the fastest player either of us had was movement 6, but I don't know. I feel like we would have struggled with anything other than a war dancer.
Yeah, I mean, I think you would really struggle with Elven teams on this. I don't know how I would go up against a really heavy bash team. It would be difficult. Man. It would be a new challenge.
It's a knife fight. So that's just on the positioning. So, really interesting to keep everybody quite so close. I mean, every player ever can blitz the entire pitch. Even a tree man in the middle could blitz any square, which is cool, which is actually really cool. And I like that.
Yeah.
The armor mods are brutal.
They are really brutal. They really paid off.
So +1 for the ground, +1 for a wall, +1 for mighty blow. If you get the triumvirate, you're going to melt people. Now we're armor 8 and 9 here,
Yeah.
and there was some blood. We put
Yeah,
the blood in
consistently
Blood Bowl.
breaking orc armor is not something that usually happens.
No,
But
so
it did.
I think you're right. I think playing anything armor 7 is just going to end real quick.
Yeah. It will.
I like that. The potions were quite entertaining.
I think that kind of offsets it, because even though I had a guy casualty, like the potion did help.
That's actually quite true. I do like the potions. They're real swingy, which is fine. I wonder if they might benefit just being ever so slightly simpler.
Yeah.
Like-
D8, 8 different results is a little bit wild.
Yeah, it's really good fun, but it might be worth just getting a free apothecary and just wrapping it up with that. I like the idea of potions though, and like the Heedy Brew inducement, like stuff that you can give to players to give them power ups in a game is actually really, really cool. I don't know what else. What else do we need to say? The pitch felt tight. The end zone felt a billion miles away.
It did. It did feel far. It does feel like a long way,
It's a long.
because you kind of just walk. You got to walk in a straight line to it. So.
Yeah, so I think it's going to be lower scoring. Did it feel more like ordinary Blood Bowl to you than Sevens does?
No, it still felt like sevens.
It still felt like Sevens.
I still felt like I was playing sevens. The fact that we had no rerolls really helped with that, I think.
Yeah, that's true.
I think if you as soon as you have a reroll, I think it will massively swing. Because we lost to some really hard rolls there.
Your blocks, man. Your blocks were. You had
And vice versa.
Yeah, well, better luck with 1 die blocks than you did with 2 die blocks. I think you failed like 3 or 4. It's crazy. So yeah, but that's just a classic sevens thing. I liked it. All right. Let's ask you the hard question. If you had now to play a game, would you rather play StreetBowl or sevens?
I think still sevens. I think I prefer the sevens format on the whole. But it's hard to beat what's perfect, isn't it?
Well said. I would also play sevens. I like that you've got more space left and right, and you don't have because you start further apart. I feel like sevens runs quicker because you both have that first turn of a drive where nothing happens, or it's all positioning. Like, it's really interesting. Now, only having one guy in block range is fine. I think it is useful, and I think this does benefit the slower teams and the harder teams. This format, like we said, actually. So this is a format where dwarves can play sevens without being a massive disadvantage, and I like it for that.
Yes, I agree.
I think it would be quite interesting. I think you would. So, say we were doing some kind of league or a mini tournament using StreetBowl. Seven Super Series, right? We had an incremental skill system where after each game you gave a dude a skill, right?
Yeah.
How do you think playing in this environment would adjust the skills you take?
I think you'd be going a lot heavier on more violent skills. Like, normally I like taking kick, especially in sevens. I don't think I would bother in this.
I think I'm with you on that one. I don't think I would bother either.
I think you just want to be going for violence, where in sevens, often like taking dodge is really nice, especially when teams like dwarves aren't around so much.
You can escape, and then you've got wide open space to move in. There are no wide open spaces in this. You get like little breaks of 4 squares, and then you're up against the next barrier. It's a really good puzzle. I really liked it, and we might have to rotate this into 7 Super Series, because
I think it could be quite interesting to have a scenario, be it a league or a tournament, where this is intermingled with regular sevens. So I think it kind of puts a bit of chaos into the mix, where some teams might do better in this, some teams might do better in regular sevens, and you don't really know.
Ben, what about this? What about 2 rounds apiece? 2 street, 2 sevens.
Yeah.
And you have to build your team to handle both metas.
Yeah, so it's the same. You take the same roster to both.
Yeah, I think that would be really interesting, because you get like the slower teams like dwarves and Nurgle, who we talked about. I really think Nurgle would do brilliantly in this. I think that beast.
I think so too.
I think that beast on the line of scrimmage here would be really massive. Even maybe not even on the line of scrimmage. You put him anywhere, he's just going to take up 9 squares where they cannot move through. It's basically a piece of terrain.
Yeah.
I think having a meta like this where Nurgle would do great could be a great balancing point. So yeah, maybe a 4-round tournament, sevens, street sevens could be really interesting to kind of balance the format. Or
No, I like that idea a lot.
Or we go 3 and we have sevens, street, and dungeon bowl for the 777 triumvirate. We might have to do this on Roll20 soon. I think we could do it. So, do you think this would go down well at our club night?
I think so. I really do.
I
Play outside for authenticity.
Yeah, just go in the road and play some Blood Bowl.
Yeah. No,
Cool.
I think people would enjoy this. I think they would. I think it's definitely worth a try if you're into sevens, which I'm sure is everyone.
Should be.
I think give it a go. It's something different. It's something unique.
Something different, something unique. Definitely a different play style. You've got the pitch. Everybody has got the pitch, which I think is a really big benefit. With sevens, you've got to mark some stuff out with tape. In this, all you've got to do is just remember that you're ignoring the wide zones and creating new ones, and everything else is exactly the same, which I think is a bit of a benefit. I think it's probably easier way to do it that way. And if you're going to teach someone, I think if you dropped the armor rules and the wall rules, so if you played Street Bowl without the streets, it might actually be a better teaching game than sevens.
I think about, it reminds me of like sometimes you have teaching games in Games Workshop for Warhammer, and they put you on the tiny little board and you kind of just run at each other.
Yeah,
it's kind of like that.
Kind of. You get the lineup, you get the line of scrimmage, you get the initial punch, you get the same kind of strategies. I think if you had it so that there was a crowd, I mean, the ball would be the issue in that pot. If you just said that everyone was penned in and that no one could get pushed off, but if they get pushed into a wall, they just go down automatically because the walls were spiked or something, you could take that rule away. It could be done to keep that ball on the pitch, and I think that would be the only different thing. I think this might actually be a better teaching tool than sevens, but at that level, I don't think it's as intricate because the armor rules really added a load of flavour for me. It's weird.
Yes, they did, and like the ball bouncing, it really did feel like you're playing on a, and not so safe.
It felt confined. It genuinely felt like we're just in a pressure cooker of violence.
Yeah.
So the next thing to do is to fudge this board so that you have the standard sevens neutral zone, but you're playing in the confine of the street. Interesting. Might have to have a play there. So cool. Yeah. So you guys out there listening, if you've played Street Bowl and you've played sevens, let us know your thoughts on the 2 different formats. And let us know what other formats you want us to play test. We know there's Beach Bowl, we know there's Dungeon Bowl, we know there's Dungeon Bowl sevens. Let us know, because actually we're at a point now where we can experiment with some of these games. We've got what is it Death Bowl or Death Zone?
I can't remember. I think I can't remember.
What is that? Because
Danger Bowl. No, it's not that. May as well be.
I like the idea of calling something Danger Bowl. I've got the pitch, but I can't remember what it's called. But anyway, we're all set up for that. So when we've got time, we can play a game like that. So that's really, really cool. So yeah, Ben, thanks for playing the game. It was good to test out, and I think we should play another game at some point with some agility teams just to see. Actually, you know what? Snotlings are going to be amazing in this because they're dodging around on a 2+.
Yeah, they would be great.
I mean, they are going to explode because their armor would effectively be 4 or 3. It's like automatic. But I don't know, just to catch them. Ooh, I like that. There's actually a secret league team or a stunty league team where they've got pixies that are movement 7, strength 1, edge 3, armor 5 or 6 or something, and they've got dodge, titchy and stunty and stuff like that. So they can 7 move with 2+. As long as you don't roll the 1, they just absolutely whiz through. In fact, the ethereal team would be really interesting in this as well, which makes sense. They could just ghost through your guys.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. We need to rack up some secret Street Bowl.
Let's do it.
In the
secret
future.
Streets.
Yeah, secret streets. I feel like there's a hashtag in there somewhere. Right, cool. I think that's going to wrap it up for this episode. Ben, thanks ever so much for jumping on and joining me. Appreciate appreciate your time on the podcast. It's great fun. After we say goodbye right now, we're going to just go straight into the match on both the YouTube and the podcast. So if you don't want to hear us play a game, you can skip it and go on to whatever is next in your playlist, or you can hang with us for an hour and a half and hear us just suck at rolling dice. I think is probably fair. Cool. Right. Thanks very much for joining us. Enjoy the game, and we will see you next week for some roster rumble.
Bye-bye.
Okay, it's game time. We're going to play a game of StreetBowl, and we're going to try and podcast it while we go. I think that's a fair challenge, Ben, don't you?
Yeah, I'm going to be getting a lot of things wrong, so bear with me. It's going to be a pretty casual game, so...
This is a great way for me to trick someone into playing some Roll20.
Yeah.
This is cool. So, we have got on our display, but obviously we're going to try and audio describe it, so if you're listening while you're driving your car to work as a key worker, you can kind of understand what we're going on. So, Ben, would you do us the great honours of introducing your team to us? Who have we got? What have we got?
Yep, here we have the Blue Greenskins. That's their team name now.
Nice.
It's an Orc team. Like I said just before, probably not great because it's got a troll in, but I really like trolls on Orc teams because they're trolls.
Well, like you said, in a confined environment like this, the troll is going to take up 3 out of 7 squares.
He's in blitz range of every square along the pitch here on the sideline, so I think he'll be fine. I've got a single Black Orc. I have and 2 blitzers and 4 regular Orc linemen, which takes me, I think it was 550k.
Something like that.
Yep. So I've bought myself an extra magic potion, which will be fun.
Could come in handy, given the armor bonuses flying around here from the ground and the wall and everything. So yeah. Could be cool. And I'm running basically the Red Skulls from 7 Super Series. We've got a Minotaur, and we've got 2 Chaos Warriors, and we have got 4 Beastmen. And 1 random fan factor, because I think it comes to 590. So this might not be the most competitive 2 lists, but there are 2 lists that we kind of thought would be a good opportunity to show off the rules of StreetBowl. So basically, normal things apply, Ben. So let's. Would you do me the honour of rolling 2d6 for weather?
Yep.
Nice weather. There we go. No problem at all. And hit me with your fame 2d6.
There's no fan factor. Oh, that's a good roll.
Fantastic. So that was a double 1 for Ben. Get your ones over and done with now.
Yeah, that's the point.
I've rolled a 6 and I get +1. So I've got fame plus 3.5, which is pretty cool. Let's just call it fame 2. There we go. Fame +2. That could be big if we get some sort of... well, actually, you know what? Rerolls in 7s is going to be useful as well. And then let's roll 1d6 for the kick. Hit us up, Ben. 1d6 for you. It's a 3. And a 5.
Okay.
So, unlike 7s, where you deploy back off the line of scrimmage and there's a 6 square neutral zone, which kind of really... It's a different challenge to decide whether to kick or receive. I kind of want first punch at you here, so I'm going to say you kick to me. So deploy your guys. Remember, at least 1 player has to be on the line of scrimmage, which is between the hash lines, so not in the wide zones, and up to 1 player in each wide zone.
Okay. I think I'm going to put a sacrificial lineman on there. That's fine. Potions will bring him back. This is just because you've got
bring it back even
just
better.
as much bash on the line. You've got more bash on the line of scrimmage than I have.
By 1, yeah.
You know, I might play defensively. So we'll have to have 1 guy at the front, yeah?
Yeah, 1 guy on the centre line.
All right.
So I'm just going to take your spare orc and pop him into the reserves.
Yep, thank you. I'll put my blitzers... no, I'll put my blitzers back here. 1 guy on the sidelines, and I'll do this. Sure. Maybe this. Basically. What can go wrong with that?
All right, I like it. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players. So we've got... Is that a sacrificial lineman on the centre zone? So, yep.
Yeah.
So we got a lineman on the line of scrimmage. To Ben's left, there's an orc linemen on the sideline, on each side. And the Black Orc and the Troll are one square back, the Troll to the right, the Black Orc to the left, and behind each of those players is a Blitzer. So we can go rampaging with the Minotaur here. It seems like an incredible amount of fun. We can't really do it and force your guy into the edge, so it might be tempting to just take that frenzy block on the ogre. So we're going to have the Minotaur on the line of scrimmage. We're going to have a Beastman back down the pitch because I will forget to get the ball otherwise. And we'll just deploy our Chaos Warriors to the left with a Beastman supporting. So I've got a Chaos Warrior on each sideline. Got a Chaos Warrior in each wide zone. A Minotaur on the line of scrimmage, backed up with a couple of Beastmen and 2 Beastmen in the I formation down there. So hilariously, Ben, I'm not sure I've got a ball token. So let me just bounce across to here. Copy that and chuck it back into our pitch here. We now have a ball token, and I'm pretty sure controlled by all players. There we go. We've actually got 2, so that was a stretch. So Ben, if you can see the ball, you can. Yep. Then place away, and let's get this kickoff going.
What's the range of kickoff on 7s again?
So you are 2d6 and the lowest roll for distance, and then d8 for direction.
Let's take it risky. I'm going to go deep. I'm going to go there.
Okay.
Right in the middle of the giveaway sign.
Okay, so direction first, roll a d8.
Yep.
So 4, which is going to be going... oh, that's one thing I've got missing from this overlay. So 4 is going to be towards you.
Okay.
Directly towards you.
It's 2d6, pick the lowest, yeah?
Yes, it is.
Cool. 1.
1 square to 4 then. And then it will land there. But first of all, 2d6 for the kickoff table. Okay. It would be get the ref, but obviously we've got a different kickoff table. So get the ref would normally be a result of 2, wouldn't it? So this is now loose masonry. So bricks rain down on one side of the field. Randomly select one wide zone. Any players from either team in that area must make an immediate unmodified armor roll. If their armor is broken, proceed with injury roll as normal. So Ben, 1, 2, 3 top wide zone, 4, 5, 6 bottom. 6, so it's the bottom one. So would you like to roll armor for my Chaos Warrior here?
Yes, indeed. I would love to.
2d6. There's no modifiers to this. It's a 5. Okay. And I will roll 2d6 for your Orc, which is also a 5. And then bounce the ball for me with a d8.
8, which I assume is back one.
That would be down to here is 8, which...
Oh, that's 8?
Yeah, scatters one more time because it's unattended and it's on cobblestones. 7, which would be directly down to here. Alright, and then it's my turn 1. So, let's move the little turn marker there. That's the score marker then. Let's get it carried away, I think. Right, turn marker. There we go. So, turn 1. What on earth do we do here? I think the obvious thing to do is to use these little guys. So, let's just mark this beastman with a little red marker to say I've moved. It's going to go 1 and 2 to there. And this guy's going to do exactly the same. So both the beastmen are charging past the Minotaur. I can't actually go there, can we? Because there's tackle zones.
Yeah.
Because there's tackle zones. So what we're going to do is we're going to pay attention. Go 1, 2, 3. Chuck him there. 1, 2, 3. Chuck him there. The idea being these beastmen are flanking. So they're taking up the tackle zone. So I can now Minotaur frenzy block. So 1 animal. It's a 6. He's good to go. So here's strength 5 against your Orc lineman on the line of scrimmage. That's 2 block dice. those are very bad block dice. So
not a good start.
Straight off, we get a skull and a both down, and we've only got 0 rerolls. So both players immediately go down, and they go down onto the ground, which is an extra +1. So I'm going to roll 2d6 for your armor, Ben, and I'm adding +1 for the ground and +1 for being a very angry boy.
Yeah.
For a total of 13. Right, so injury roll. It's a knockout.
Oh.
So the orc is knocked out. And then you get to roll 2d6 +1 for my Minotaur.
Oh, that breaks it with the +1.
Rolling an 8, getting a 9, so that breaking the armor, and then on the injury table, he is stunned. So I will mark him with a little no entry sign. He's done, and that is it for my turn 1. And you did predict this would be kind of a gory game.
I did indeed.
Okay.
Okay.
Over to you, dude. Your turn 1.
Right, I'm gonna start this off. I'm gonna try and block with the troll.
Okay, so the troll is in base contact with the beastman.
Yep. So just be a 1d6. Oh, 1 block die.
Well, really stupid first.
Really stupid, yeah.
Yep.
Cool, he's fine.
So he is fine, and he's strength 5 +1 because you've got an assist against strength 3, so it is 2 dice. I don't have dodge, so it's a dodge star and a skull. Move him, and are you going to follow up?
I am gonna follow up indeed.
Okay, so that doesn't actually count as him moving into a wall. He's just next to the wall. So you only get +1 for mighty blow and +1 for the ground here.
Yep.
2d6 for armor. It's
that'll
an
do
8,
it.
9, 10. Breaks the armor on this beast man. Roll for injury, Ben.
Quick game, isn't it?
Stunned.
Okay. He's
fine. So I've got a stunned Minotaur and a stunned beastman, and the troll has had a jolly good punch.
Okie dokie. I am now going to do a block with this Black Orc against the Beastman. So it'll be another 2-die block.
Yep, so the Black Orc in the centre zone, just 1 square off the line of scrimmage, is in base contact with the Beastman. He's strength 4 against the Beastman's strength 3, so 2 dice. Push or both down?
Okay, I'll take the push.
Okay. Move away.
Yeah, I'll go there.
Okay, so pushes him into the
Actually,
outside
I'm going to go
edge.
there. I'm going to go there.
Pushes him to the outside edge, next door to another orc.
Yeah.
And follows up.
And follows up. I'm now gonna...
I feel like you're trying to find a way to smash someone into a wall here.
Yeah, at some point.
But I don't think it's quite time yet.
No. But I've got a plan of what I want to do. I'm going to move this blitzer here.
Okay, so the blitzer on the left-hand backfield.
It's going to go 1, 2, 3.
Moves up to the centre of the pitch and joins the Black Orc in basing the Chaos Warrior.
Yeah, I'm going to blitz with this one.
And the other blitzer down south on the right-hand side is blitzing. Who's he blitzing? Chaos Warrior or the
Chaos Warrior?
The Chaos Warrior who's being ganged on the top wide zone. So he's going to get strength 3, strength 4. So that's going to be a 1-die block.
Yep.
It's a skull. He goes down. Here we go. Armor time.
Anything but that.
+1 for the ground. Oh, he's saved. He's saved.
Oh yeah, he's on the 9, isn't he?
He is saved. Not too bad.
Oh, that's annoying though. I really wanted to foul that Minotaur.
Take him out, then use the lineman to foul.
Yeah, get the extra players to assist.
Yeah. Okay, so the Minotaur is stunned. The Beastman in the left-hand wide zone, the bottom wide zone, is stunned as well. We should probably be focusing on the ball. But like you said, Ben, it kind of... the ground gets gummed up real quick.
Yeah, it's already busy, isn't it? Only 1 square free.
I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 players up. One is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, he's over here, about to get smashed into a wall by a Black Orc. So that's quite fun. We should probably see if we can pick up the ball, actually. So this Beastman in the backfield is going to mosey on over and try and pick up the ball. So he's going to activate, and he's going to go 1 square, and then 2 squares into the ball, and on a 3+. He gets the ball. So let's get rid of the ball token. Let's mark him with the white circle, or the brown one, whichever I find first. And he's got the ball. So 1, 2, 3, and I think I'm just going to leave him there for now. I think that's out of strike zone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. is going to stay there. I think is probably the safest thing. So he's just loitering in the backfield. This is turn 2 of 6. And that pitch looks real close. I've got no Minotaur. We've got a pretty ropey situation up here as well. I don't think there's going to be any way for me to get this Beastman out of here except by doing this. So the Beastman, who is penned against the wall on the top side, is going to blitz, getting himself up to strength 4. And he's going to blitz the Orc right in front of him. So this gives me a 2-die block. There we go. Orcs don't have dodge.
No.
We're going to pop him back. We're going to pop him down, and why not follow up? So that's 1 square of movement, and we're going to roll armor. So we get +1 for the ground. 7, 8. No, he's fine. So that's 1 move, and he'll be done there. So it's kind of helped him escape ever so slightly. And then we've got this Beastman here, who can't really help an awful lot, you know. I can get 1 die. Yeah, I can get 1 die on the troll, or I can get 1 die on an orc by moving him. I think 1 die on an orc is probably the better way out of it. So he's going to activate, and he's going to go 1, 2, 3 up here next to the Chaos Warrior and the downed Minotaur. He's going to be done, and then this Chaos Warrior is going to punch the orc here.
The Blitzer?
So, yeah, the Blitzer here. So the Black Orc gets 1 support, so it's going to be a 1-die block.
Yep.
Which is actually a terrible decision because you've got block. But here we go anyway.
Okay.
It's a push. So we're going to push him in. We're going to follow up with the Chaos Blocker. And then, most importantly of all, the Minotaur is going to unstun. And as is this Beastman over here, we can take a 2-die up block with the Chaos Warrior, but I think we might actually be better off dodging away, you know. Nah, we'll leave him there, it'll be fine. Right, your turn 2.
Okay. I'm going to start off by trying to do another block with the... Oh, actually, no. I could do some bad blocks here. I'm going to get this orc up first. The one up top.
Strategy. That's good play. So the downed orc in the top wide zone. He's back on his feet.
Yes.
Next door to that lone beastman.
I think this black orc is going to block the warrior because that'll be a 2-die with this assist, correct?
Yep, he's got a blitzer there supporting him.
Yeah, I'm going to try that.
All right, 2 dice.
That'll do it.
Ooh, push and a pow.
So you have to go there.
Yep, because of the bodies on the ground.
And I will follow up.
Okay, +1 for the ground. So 2d6. It's a 7, 8. Doesn't break the armor. But the Chaos Warrior is still down.
Okay. Now I'm going to try and punch the troll. Well, I punch the Chaos Warrior with the troll.
That's not very good teamwork, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so
really...
yeah, but he's got a friend, so it's only a 2+.
Yep.
He gets it.
What's that? Yeah, 2-die block. Strength 5 against strength 4. Oh no.
Ooh, double skulls.
That's not what I wanted to see. Still haven't fouled the Minotaur.
So, big guys are letting us down. The troll goes down and we get 2d6 +1 for the ground again.
Oh.
It's a 9 and then a 10. So we break the armor and the troll skulls himself into stunnage.
Oh, we doubled up on
That's all good. All the no entry signs.
There we go. Cool.
Okay, so that takes us to turn 3 for
how frustrating.
the red skulls. And it's just absolute carnage here. I can't quite do great things just yet, but I can do some things now. So we're going to start off with a very bad decision, and that bad decision is going to be the wild animal roll for a blitz. There's the one. There's the one.
No.
So the Minotaur is sitting on the ground, he's chilling, and we have blitzed this turn already, which means we don't have a lot of great decisions to make here. So we're going to move the warrior in between the troll on the ground and the blitzer who's standing next to our Minotaur, who's just happy on the ground. Then we are going to... we need to move this ball up, and I've got a plan, but it is quite a bad plan. But I feel like that's the only kind of plan we've got right now. So the Chaos Warrior who's on the ground He's going to stand up for 1, 2, 3, and he's going to dodge to there on a 3+. Gets
Nailed
it.
it.
So 1, 2, 3, and then 4. 5, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I've got a plan here. We're going to throw with the Beastman. So the Beastman in the backfield, he's going to go 1 to there, then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which should then put us in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus 0 pass territory. So
Are you going to try and bounce off the wall?
I don't. I just can't see that that's going to help me. So if I'm throwing in this direction, you do get to intercept with this blitzer. So roll your 6. You do. He's on the path of the throw.
No.
Okay, so we need a 4+ to land this pass. We get the pass and a 3+ catch. Come on.
There it is.
He fumbles the catch. It bounces to 6, and I've got a little template here. Because it is hidden underneath the pitch, and a 6 is diagonally down to there, and that will lead. That will wreck the end of my turn.
Does it bounce one more time because of the cobblestone?
It does indeed. Yep. Let's roll a d8.
Catch it again.
It's a 2. No, it goes there.
Okay, that's a pretty good place for the ball.
It's not terrible. So it's now your turn 3. We've got the ball on your side of the pitch.
Yes.
Got a Minotaur and a Beastman on the ground. You've got the Troll on the ground who is stunned for this turn, so you don't have to worry about him.
Okay, I'm going to, first of all, move this lineman orc there.
That seems wise.
I'm going to blitz with the black orc.
So Ben's moved his Orc lineman back down into his own midfield and put a tackle zone on the ball next door to the Chaos Warrior. And then you're blitzing with the blitzer?
Black orc.
Oh, blitzing with the black orc. So you've got two
There's
blitzers.
no dodge roll required there.
Two blitzers to blitz with, and you're going to blitz with the black orc.
Well, they're both in tackle zones.
How do you think they feel about that? They took our jobs.
Yeah, very much the case.
So
but they got themselves all caught up, so it's black orc's time to shine.
I think I can see where this is going.
Okay, he's going to go 1, 2, 3 and blitz you for 4.
Okay, so the Black Orc is falling back down the pitch and he's now blitzing the Chaos Warrior with support from the lineman off that ball token. So, 2 dice for you, Ben. 2 dice for you, Ben.
Oh, well, no block on both sides, so...
So we both go down. So both down on a skull, so we both go down. So I will let you roll armor first, because you get +1 for the ground.
Oh!
Ooh, a 10 and 11. And injury.
Brutal.
Stunned. That's quite big. And
That is huge.
can we do the same thing to the Black Orc? No.
No.
Not at all. So the Black Orc is just a red cross on the ground.
I've had 3 chances to foul that Minotaur, and I've wasted every opportunity.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. It's not like he's doing a lot this game. So
Yeah, exactly.
That said, we might have an opportunity here for him to do stuff, but I think we better move. I don't really want to do this. I don't really want to
understand the troll as well. I'm sorry.
I don't really want to blitz with the Beastman. I want to blitz with the Minotaur. It's incredibly unwise, but I significantly want to blitz with the Minotaur. But
He's just lying there waiting to get stamped on at the moment.
He is. I think it's quite important. So we're going to stand up the Beastman in the lower wide zone. He's going to get up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's just going to move in towards the ball. Not quite in touch with it, but still something. And then, yeah, we're going to blitz with the Minotaur. 2+. Wild animal. It's a 3. He gets up. 1, 2, 3. And he will punch the Orc lineman just over the line of scrimmage for him.
That's the blitzer.
Blitzer doesn't matter. We're going to roll 2 both downs anyway. Ooh, 1 both down and a push. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 for the first. And we will pop him up here. We'll follow up and we'll have to take a frenzy block here again. 2 dice. Push
there you go.
and a dodge star. So we will now drop him down to there. We're just going to frenzy circle around. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Can you push him there?
5
from where you were?
No, I can't at all. I was 1 step ahead of myself. So he goes down onto the ground. I've got Mighty Blow, and the ground also has Mighty Blow. So Mighty blew him apart with a 14 and injury. He's just stunned.
Wow. Okay. These are high armor teams that are just crumbling to the ground.
Can you imagine running stunties in this? This is incredible. So Mino has blitzed, and thank you very much. The blitzer is stunned.
Oh yeah, the little no entry sign.
So we have got a Beastman in the backfield who's feeling quite good and quite motivated. He's going to go 1, 2, 3 across midfield, but just tag the Orc Blitzer in assistance with this Beastman. And the Beastman, who is also in that Blitzer's tackle zone, is going to take a 2-die block against him. Now he's got a bit of friendly support. It's a POW and a skull. I think we'll take the POW.
It's a wise choice.
Follow up, armor. 9, 10 with the ground and injury. He is out of there. He is casualtied away. He's not dead, so you can use a potion when it comes to the next drive.
Okay.
There you go. Now you get to make the most of that potion. So that's that. Yeah, oh yeah, exactly. Right, so that's that Beastman done as well, which leaves us with this Chaos Warrior here. Who's going to go for a walk? He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, do we try a 4+ pickup, or do we just loiter there on the ball? He's going to move on to the ball bin and pick it up on a 4.
Okay.
He does it. He actually does it. There we go. So he has now got the ball, and he is standing right next to your Orc and his little buddy, who is taking a very undramatic nap. He unstuns, and he becomes your turn 4.
Now this is you're suddenly in a very good position.
Yeah, we got lucky that turn.
I'm going to start things off by blitzing with the Black Orc.
The guy who's on the ground.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's going
to. Did you want to get your guy up first? Because you ended your turn without getting your Chaos Warrior up.
He was stunned, I think, wasn't he?
Was he stunned?
I'm pretty sure I've just unstunned him. Yeah.
Oh, you unstunned him. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I'll blitz the Black Orc then.
All right.
Gotta get this chance.
Okay, so the Black Orc 1, 2, 3 stands up, goes for the blitz with his 4th square of movement. He's got a Orc lineman helping him against this Chaos Warrior with the ball, and it's going to be a 2-die block. Push and a skull.
I'll push you there, and I will follow.
Okay, so pushes him into the wide zone. The Chaos Warrior is now in the tackle zone of the Black Orc and the Orc lineman, but he is only 1 dodge away from freedom. And he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 squares away from the end zone. So it's either 2 go for it, dodge, and 2 go for it.
Dodge for an assist, but a 3-up dodge is a 33% rate of failure, right?
That is a heck of a way to be glass half full, my friend. Not a 66% chance of success, is a 33% chance of failure.
I'm thinking if I block now, I just need to not roll a skull, right? So the 1-die block is a... No, because a push is also bad.
Push is good for me. Two pushes is good. 2 pushes are good for me.
I'm going to risk the dodge and hope that you have to risk 1 too.
So are you... Oh, right, I see. So the Orc lineman on the other side of the pitch, who is entangled with the Beastman, is going to go for the blitz.
He's going to go for the blitz.
Okay, so 3+ dodge.
Let's see what I get. That'll do it.
4. I don't know why you were worrying. So that's 1 square of movement.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 for the blitz.
Okay, so he runs across the pitch into his own backfield, supported by the Black Orc and the other Orc lineman. He now gets a 2-die block on the ball-carrying Chaos Warrior. Ben, make it so. It's a POW. Yep, push and a dodge star. Chaos Warrior goes down. I'll get the ball token ready.
So did you say if you push diagonally and straight forward, it's different for the armor? Or is it only if you push off the pitch?
Yeah, if he can't be pushed because he would be going off the pitch.
Yes.
So not quite there, but close. So let's see some armor there, Ben. 7
Even the +1.
+1 for the ground, and then would you D8 for the ball? It's a 2, which is north. So it lands on this dude here. So it lands on the Orc lineman. So you are in no tackle zone. So a 4+ will get you the ball.
Hey.
Oh, Oh, what a ball steal. Right. The Orc lineman gets the ball. Chaos
He
Warrior,
hasn't been yet. I've tagged him as gone, but he hasn't been yet.
I believe you. This is being
I'm pretty sure
recorded,
because I was debating between doing the block and the blitz.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Make a break for it.
I think have I moved him?
And you see, guys, this is what we were saying about Roll20 being a wonderful facsimile of tabletop play. Did I turn this guy around? These things happen. It's great.
Because I was gonna do the one. I was gonna risk the 1 die, but I chose not to and did the 2 die blitz instead.
You did, yeah. That sounds.
means that he hasn't
That
been-
sounds. That sounds. I think that's about right. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So
So he's got the ball. So
use
he
those
can,
sweet 5 squares of movement.
yeah, to go into the arms of the beastman.
Yeah, further back down the pitch.
Yeah, there's no real place to go. I've got 2 turns to score, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't score. I'm not going to move with him yet. I'm going to try and get the troll up on a 4+.
Okay, 4+ troll.
Hey!
It wasn't that stupid. He rolls a 4. The troll gets up off the floor.
And he's going to move.
A whole 1 square.
Yeah, but there, so he's in 2 tackles.
There you go. The troll moves diagonally into the centre of the pitch, meandering into the 2 tackle zones of 2 beastmen. It's a strong play, tagging 2 players.
Now, because I can't score, I'd quite like it for you not to be able to either. So I'm going to huck the ball down the pitch.
He's just going to lob it down.
But I'm going to bounce it off the wall so you can't intercept it.
So,
Is that how it works?
right, where is your target square for the ball?
Alright, let's use this thing. Can you see this?
I can see that, yeah.
So, how would this work?
So it's going to that ball, that square there, yeah?
Can I choose anywhere?
Yeah, of course you can.
Okay. Okay.
Well, up to 13 squares, which is a long bomb.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's the 7's chart, isn't it? So 6 is long pass, right?
No, that's chart. Ignore that chart.
Oh, ignore that chart.
Yeah. So that would be 1, 2. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is a +0 pass normally. But it is a -1 pass because you are trying to be clever and bounce it off the wall.
But it denies you the interception, is that correct?
It does deny me the interception.
Well, this isn't... Is that the furthest I can go with just the -1?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Any
Well, I'm
further,
gonna
it's
get back.
-2.
Because
Alright.
it's the StreetBowl, let's do it.
So this is a Orc lineman,
Yep.
and they're edge 3, yeah?
Yep.
So that's a 5+ pass.
Oh, easy. Oh, no, not quite easy.
Easy, it rolls a 4. It's not a fumble, so what ends up happening is the ball does land in the target square, but, well, it lands, you scatter it D8
Yes.
3 times, and then it lands. So, I'll move the ball. 5, so 1 to there.
Another one.
What's that? 5 again. So it's
5
moving
again.
back along the pitch, and the last
Is an 8.
8 goes there, and then it hits the ground and bounces, and will bounce twice because there's no one around. So 4 goes back along the pitch, and then the last square is an 8. So it comes to rest on the sideline, on the lower sideline on my side of the pitch, and because the ball wasn't caught, that will be the end of your turn 4.
I will take that.
That was a very strong defensive move there.
I cannot see him. Oh, no, I'm on ruler mode. There we go. Cool, and then my blitzer gets unstunned.
So this is my turn 5. I can still do this. This can be done.
Can it?
This could, yeah. This beastman here goes down, gets the ball. This beastman here goes and loiters halfway up the pitch.
Ooh, yeah.
Next turn we go for a pass play, and that guy runs it in. We just have to assume that you're going to do absolutely nothing, and that I roll only 6s.
Yeah,
But, you know, this is 7, so these things happen. Right, this Chaos Warrior is going to stand up. I don't think the blue square, I think the green square is probably easier to see on red armor. So he's just going to stand up and just chill out there. We're not going to risk doing anything with him at the moment. This beastman, like I said, needs to do things. And the things he needs to do are this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He needs to run down the pitch. So we've got one beastman on the top wide zone, the right hand wide zone, just absolutely hooning it down the pitch. He's now within scoring distance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, just within scoring distance. And we need to make some good decisions. So, because of this troll is tagging everyone in tackle zones, it makes it quite bad for us. But what it does do is it makes it a very tempting target for the Minotaur Blitz. Here we go. Wild Animal. It's a 2. He's thought about it. He's got his college application in, and he's very pleased with himself. So strength 6, strength 7, strength 8. Doesn't matter when your target is strength 5. It's just a 2-die block. Well, 2-die blitz. We'll take the push. Troll gets moved. We have to follow because we're quite upset. And again. It's just another push. So we're just going to pin the troll against the edge. Actually, we're going to pin the troll there.
I see what you're doing.
Yeah. Now, I have used my blitz with the Minotaur. So I'm going to need an extra assist to get even a 1-die block. What we should be doing is focusing on the ball. But instead, what we're going to do is we're going to move the Beastman who's in the centre of the pitch. He's going to go 1, 2, and 3 to get that extra strength. So we've got a Beastman pinning the troll against the wall. He's got 2 assists, so he could get a 1-die block against the troll for a sweet armor roll against him, or we can go down there and try to pick up the ball. We need to try and pick up the ball. Well, yeah, we've already blitzed with the Minotaur. We're gonna go.
The ball is a bit of a wild play. The troll is kind of a sure shout, right?
Well, 1-die block.
Yeah, but removing him.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. All right, Ben, you've convinced me. We'll hold off on the Beastman play to get the ball. This guy is instead going to block the troll with a 1-die block.
Let's hope my tactics succeed.
It's a push. So he pushes the troll at what would normally be off the pitch. However, it's instead into the wall, which gives me an opportunity to roll against your armour and add 1. 8, 9 does nothing. Nothing at all. But it makes me feel better about my decisions. And now we'll move this Beastman 1, 2, 3, 4 onto the ball and drops it. And it bounces to direction 7. Let me get my scatter template up, which is awkwardly off the pitch.
So what happens here then?
It gets thrown in d6 squares. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from the left. So it goes direction 2. So it goes diagonally left and goes 1 d6 worth of squares. So it goes 1, 2 to there, 3, 4, 5, and then it bounces twice because there's no one there. There's a 4 which is left, and then an 8 which is diagonally down. So it goes 4, 8, and that ends my turn 5, taking it to your turn 5 then.
Yeah. It's definitely out of scoring range. But I am in chaos punching range.
You're in chaos punching range, but I am still in scoring range. The ball has landed at the midfield point on my side of the pitch. There's still a chance I can pass it down to the Beastman who's in the who's half the way down the pitch on Ben's side. It is going to be a long play. It's going to be long odds.
Yeah.
So your strategy of murdering is probably not a terrible one.
Yes, I think you're right. I'm going to start things off by blocking with this Black Orc here against the Chaos Warrior for 2 dice.
The Black Orc with support from the lineman gives it a punch. So 2d, 2. Oh,
wonderful.
Huge play. It's a both down and a skull. I'm assuming we're both going down here, Ben.
Yeah.
Okay, would you roll armor with the assistance of the floor, please?
Well,
8,
still
9,
matches that.
nothing. And me, 6, 7, nothing. So we end up with both.
I should have just put a dude on the ball. I was going to go and pick it up with him. I didn't think I'd get us.
Both our medium weight guys on the ground now. And we're going to go into turn 6 for me. So what is best in life? Can I do anything crazy? I can go for a blitz with the Minotaur. That sounds like a fun thing to do, and then we'll try and score. So, Minotaur blitz. Ho! It's a wild animal one. There we go.
Sorry, you got to use him for one turn.
We did. We've used him, so that's fine. That was not terrible. He's still got a tackle zone, so he's still alive, so it's fine.
Yeah.
That is our blitz gone, so we're going to try the stretch play. So the Beastman in the backfield is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 onto the ball and pick it up. Or fail to pick it up, drop it in direction 4, and then have it scatter again to direction 1. So it goes 4 there, 1 there, he's there, and it's your turn 6.
Well, that was a real safety net there.
You did say it might be quicker than 7s.
Yeah, this is stupidly quick. I need to remove some of your players. So let's remove some players. I'm going to start things off by...
And the ball's sitting just on Ben's side of the halfway line next to a orc on the ground, but like he said, there's only 1 turn left this half, so it's going to be a bit of damage. The troll's pinned against the wall by a Minotaur and 2 beastmen, and everybody else fun is kind of on the ground.
I'm going to move this orc up here.
Okay, so the orc moves up next door to the beastman who's pinning the troll against the wall.
Black orc will get up. This blitzer will get up for 3. And he'll move for 5 there.
Oh, I see what's coming.
It's a foul, and the reason I moved them into a tackle zone was just because we could help out the troll. So this guy in here is going to move in and foul the Chaos Warrior.
Okay, so we've got the lineman moving in with another lineman, the Black Orc, and the Orc Blitzer, fouling our Chaos Warrior in the middle of the pitch on the ground. 2d6 plus 1, 2, 3 then.
That'll do it.
7, 8, 9. Oh, it's actually only plus 2. Because he's in a tackle zone.
Do you not get +1 for the foul of the ground?
No, he's not falling to the ground. He's already there.
Oh, mighty annoying. I knew that was a risk moving him there.
Well, it wasn't a double, so I don't get to roll to see if anyone throws a rock at your head, which is a bit of a shame. That would have been entertaining. So the foul doesn't succeed. Nothing exciting happens. And looks like it's a troll block.
Yep, that's why I moved the guy there. Was the backup plan of a troll block just at one of the beastmen. So it's fine. It's going to be a 2 die still because I guess they'll be an assist.
Yep, you get 1 assist. My beastman gets 2.
Really stupid. He's fine.
And 2 die block.
Ooh,
It's
there you
a
go.
push and a power star. So goes down, troll follows up, and then rolls for armor, and you get +2 to this because you got mighty blow and the ground. 8, 9, 10.
Off.
Destroys the armor, and he is stunned.
All right, that's everyone.
All right, cool. So that does wrap it up for the first half. No one scored, so it's going to be me kicking to you now. You've got a guy who's knocked out, Ben, so roll a d6 to see if he comes back. He does come back, and obviously you've got 2 potions, so you can use a potion on your dude, on your Chaos Blitzer, on your Orc Blitzer who was casualtied.
I will absolutely do that.
Okay, I have got the magic potions table ready to go, so it's a d8. It's
3.
3, laudanum. This dulls the player's pain enough to get him back onto the pitch. He gains really stupid, big skull, and a -2 agility modifier into the rest of the game. You've given him the little snail mark.
That's appropriate, right?
I think that's pretty decent. I'm just going to tag him with a 0 aura, so we know which guy it is. Let's make it a square aura just to really drive home the point. So I need to deploy to you.
Yes, indeed.
Now I feel like I'm in a good spot for defense. I've got some great strength. I've got some great move. And I think all we're going to do is we're just going to put 1 blitzer on the middle of the pitch to just die. We're going to flank with 2 beastmen. We're going to have a beastman sitting all the way back. We're going to have a Minotaur a few squares back off the centre, and he's going to be flanked by 2 warriors. So we should be able to counter strike in every location. That's a very unusual formation, but it will do for me, so I'm all set. Where's my ball? There it is. Over to you, B.
Alright. So, what do I want my snail player?
Bonehead. So Bonehead's not that bad.
No, it just means I've got 2 trolls essentially. Just one of them is a bit.
Yeah. Is it not worth putting him on the line
Yeah, I think it is.
to get that 2+ block?
Yeah. So. I'm going to do that. I'm going to put I've still got a lineman spare, haven't I?
You do, yeah.
Oh,
You've got all
I'm
the
gonna-
players.
A blitzer at the back, I think, just because they got the movement.
I was just checking the rules to see if you could make someone drink 2 potions, but I don't think you can.
I would definitely do that. Yeah, I think I'll put a black orc there too.
So I like the idea of potions. Oh, that is quite a front line you've got there, Ben. So we've got the Black Orc facing off directly in the centre against the Beastman, with the Troll to his left, the drugged up Blitzer to his right, and 2 linemen. So you've got a 5 wide front there, with the Blitzer at the back of your pitch and a lineman in the middle. How you set? You set?
Yeah, all set.
Okay. I think we are going to be safe dropping it quite short. Because I want you to get the ball. I want you to fumble it near my lines so I can blitz through and be as successful in the second half as I was in the first. So we're going to check direction first. It's going to be D8, it's going to be 1, so it's going to be diagonally up. And 2D6, taking the lowest, gives us 4 squares. So that's 1, 2, 3. It scatters in from here. So we'll do left to right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Ben. 1, so it's going diagonally left, and it's going 1d6. 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4. It will land, it will bounce to 4. Well, actually, we need to do the kickoff first, but that's bouncing to 4, which is this way, the opposite way to your guy. So quick 2d6 for kickoff before we resolve the bounce is a 3, which is a riot, I think. Roll a d6 for each player on the pitch, adding the opposing team's fame. On a roll of 6 or higher, the player is stunned. So they've changed what a riot does.
Yeah, that's like pitch invasion.
That is, yeah, essentially pitch invasion. So roll a d6 for each player on the pitch. Ben, would you like to start rolling for my guys? We'll start from the centre. So the Beastman on the line. You're looking for 6s. He's fine. The Beastman in the top wide zone. He's fine. The Beastman in the lower wide zone. He is stunned. So red cross, no entry sign. The Minotaur.
Nope.
He's alright. Chaos Warrior number 1 on the right hand side.
He is stunned.
He is stunned as well. That's a good result. The other Chaos Warrior.
Nope.
And the Beastman in my backfield.
No.
He's okay. So for you, where would you
4
like to start?
pluses, isn't it?
It is 4+ because of Fade +2. This could be crushing.
If you know, all my rolls except 1 were 4+. So if you just do that again, you've taken off my team.
The team.
Right, we'll start with this blitzer.
All right. So the Blitzer at the back. He's fine.
No. Good. This one.
The lineman in the middle. He is stunned.
Okay.
And then where do you want to go from here?
This lineman up top
So lineman on the top.
is stunned.
He's stunned.
Tell you what, I'll do with the stun marks in a bit.
Sure thing.
This troll here.
Okay, it's troll time. Oh, the fans love it. The troll is down again.
This black orc.
Black Orc in the middle. It's a 5. Yeah. This is great. Okay.
This blitzer.
The drugged up Blitzer.
Yeah.
He is
he's
down as
stunned.
well.
This is going to be a quick turn, isn't it?
Just going to roll straight for the lineman now.
Yeah.
He's fine.
He's alright, so I've got 2 players to play with.
A lineman and a Blitzer. The ball bounced to 4 and then scatters again because it's empty and goes to direction 2, which is north. And that will be the beginning of our second half. And you've got 2 active players.
Well,
That was
something
rippling. Absolutely.
Right, I'm gonna take my turn 1. I'm gonna try and pick up the ball.
So the Blitzer in the backfield
It's gonna go 1, 2.
is going to move up
Right.
and grab the
That
ball.
off my 3. Hey, I got it.
There's your 6. So 1, 2 grabs the ball.
Oh, marking with the ball. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go in the manhole.
Okay, right in the centre of his backfield.
No, you are in blitz range actually with that.
I am?
I might take it slow. Yeah,
2,
with this
3,
guy.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Be 2 go for it.
Yeah.
So I'll go there instead. And at least you don't make 2 go for it to the 2.5 against block.
There we go.
Just in case you attempt it.
All right. And you've got your
I've got this
lineman
guy, yeah.
in the lower wide zone. He's completely unattached. You could blitz a Beastman. You could run him down the field, ready to be your receiver. That seems unwise.
I'm going to move him here and foul your... foul your Beastman.
Foul the Beastman on the ground. 2d6, no assists.
Why not, right?
It's a 5. He's fine.
There's no refs around. Take advantage.
I like it. So this is going to be my turn 1.
Yep. Oh my guys, I'm stunned.
You can understand your guys. So naturally, we're going to blitz with the Minotaur. It's a 2. He gets it. So the Minotaur is going to steamroll across the pitch, 1, and then attack the lineman who is actually standing up with 2 dice. We're going to take the push.
Yeah.
And now he's up against the wall. We get to make another frenzy 2 dice. It's a double push. So we push the orc into the wall. We get +1 for Mighty Blow and +1 for the wall. So still...
Do you still get your Mighty Blow if you're not knocking him down?
You know what? I don't think so. I think you're right. I think it's just +1 for the wall.
I think it is, yeah.
Which is not going to cut it. So
even with all 3, it wouldn't.
Even with an extra 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else could we pile in there? So we've got +1 for the wall, +1 for the floor, +1 for the Minotaur's horns, +1 because the orc was feeling a bit unloved this morning. He's a bit fragile. Still wouldn't have broke the armor. Right, so yes, you said some things that were valid around about terrifying your orc in the backfield. That seems wise. So this Beastman in the centre is going to take quite a healthy jog around the line of orcs that are on the ground. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to chuck him there. And we're going to bring up this other Beastman on the right-hand side. He's going to do very, very same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Running up the wide zone, coming back in. And he's going to go for it once to there. And he's going to go for it again onto the manhole cover just to tag that blitzer in place. It's a 6. He's good to go. So we've got a Beastman in the backfield, which I'm actually quite a fan of. But it might be better for him to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and just tag all your guys on the line of scrimmage. This Chaos Warrior is going to move a little bit deeper to play safety. And then our guys unstun, and it becomes your turn 2.
Alright. I've got a lot of choices now, at least. By a lot, I mean.
You can stand up guys now, so yeah, your choices have just increased like 2.5 fold.
I'm going to try and stand up my Bonehead guy while I remember.
Okay, so the drugged up blitzer on a 2+. He's feeling adventurous. Yep. 6. He's back to his normal self.
Loves those drugs.
1, 2, 3.
I'm going to stand this guy up, so at least he's tagging. So he's been...
Okay, so the lineman in the backfield stands up next to the Beastman.
Yep. I'm going to stand up the Black Orc.
So the Black Orc in the middle of the line of scrimmage gets up. He's facing down the Beastman, but at least he's supported by his half-conscious blitzer friend.
Yes.
And then we've got the troll on the ground, and we've got 2 orc linemen.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and stand up the troll. So really stupid. The assist of the Black Orc.
Yeah. With a 2, he gets to stand up. So 1, 2, 3. You've got 1 square of movement if you fancy dodging away with agility 1.
I'm quite alright, you know. Had to think about it.
So the troll is active. Your line of scrimmage is back up there with the Black Orc, the blitzer, and the troll. That's not a bad nor a cheap front line.
Yeah.
280k over 600 is on those 3 squares being tied up by my 60k Beastman.
He's doing his best.
So
yeah, I'm standing up this orc lineman at the top.
Okay, so the orc lineman in the left top wide zone.
Standing up for
1, 2, 3.
5.
Okay, moving back down towards the ball carrier. And the ball carrier himself is tagged in place by a Beastman. You've got him, and you've got the lineman up against the wall by the Minotaur.
And this blitzer is going to blitz.
Blitzer's going to blitz, so that's 1 dice against the Beastman.
Yep. That's a d6. I will roll natural blood roll there. Hey, that'll do it.
Rewarded. There you go.
That's
It's
basically a 5 on a Bloodtithe.
yeah, genuinely is. Yep, so that is a dodge star. The Beastman goes down.
Yep, I'll punch him down there.
You punch him down. I will
not
red
follow
cross him.
Actually, I will follow.
Might as well get a
much
free move.
difference.
So that's 1.
Yep.
And armor, +1 for the ground. So 2d6 plus 1 here is 8.
That'll do it.
9. It does break the armor of the Beastman. And then the injury roll is a knockout.
Hey, that'll serve him right for trying to take me on.
Thank you, ground.
So he's done 1 move. The
one move, yep.
Yep. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Where do I want to put him?
So the the Orc Blitzer stands up, knocks the Beastman out, literally, and then runs down the pitch into a pretty tasty cage for now, right up against the Troll, supported by a lineman to his left in the wide zone, and the Black Orc on the line of scrimmage.
Not the safest cage, so I'm going to move him back a square. Move him back.
Okay, it's not the
So he
worst
doesn't get
cage.
tagged. Yeah, it feels fairly safe.
So, yeah, I bet you feel like you should have moved that Orc lineman down the pitch after all. You've got a pocket pass positioning here.
Yeah, I didn't know the 1 die block was going to turn out though.
So this Orc lineman who's on the ground, you're going to leave him on the ground.
I will leave him on the ground. So
That seems sensible. So that was your turn 2?
Yep.
Okay, so now it's time for my turn 2. So we've got a Minotaur in base contact with your Blitzer guy. So we should probably prepare to fail with that. So we're going to stand up our Beastman. He's going to go 1, 2, 3 and do literally nothing else because he is tagging this lineman in place. The Minotaur will take a punch against the Orc Blitzer with alcohol in his system. 2d6. It's a POW and a push. So we have to follow up. So that now puts the Minotaur in base contact with the Black Orc. The Blitzer goes down to the ground. We do get +1 for Mighty Blow and +1 for Mighty Floor, taking us to a grand total of not enough to hurt a goblin. So, so the Blitzer is on the ground and the Minotaur is now up against the Black Orc, which is not terrible. We haven't blitzed yet. So we can, we do have the opportunity to do some things. So I think we need to stand up the Chaos Warrior who was smashed to the ground. He's going to stand up and go there into the middle of the pitch. We've got this Chaos Warrior in the backfield. He can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He cannot blitz the ball carrier here, but what he can do is get in the Troll's face. So I think that's what we'll do. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there. We'll go there in the wide zone. And then we're going to blitz with this Beastman in the centre. So he's going to blitz, and using the power of the lightning bolt, he's going to go to strength 4 and take a 1 die block.
Okay.
On the Black Orc. Here we go. It's a push. So a blitz push. We're going to pop him there. And we are not going to follow up. Yeah, we're going to follow up. Why not follow up? And pop him there. And that's everybody we've got apart from this guy in the backfield, who I completely forgot about and actually could have been the guy to blitz. So he is going to take the risky dodge. He's going to go to there. And he gets it. So 1, 2, 3. We'll chuck him in base contact with the ball carrier and now the Black Orc. And that will be the end of my 2. It's now over to your 3, Ben.
Yeah. It's getting very, very tight.
Gets real congested real quick.
Yeah, sure does.
Okay.
Where do I want to be at the end of this time?
I suggest closer to the end zone.
That's a really good idea. I'm going to get my Intoxiblitzer up.
So Bonehead.
Bonehead. Yep.
He's fine.
He's used to this.
He's -2 edge at the moment as well, isn't he? And he's got thick skull.
Yeah, thick skull is actually worth remembering about.
It is definitely, especially with the ground being as pointy as this one is.
Yeah. I'm gonna try a block on that Chaos Warrior with my Troll.
Okay, so Troll needs a really stupid roll of 2+ to get the block.
I really are.
Oh, there's the
one. I
one.
really need it. Of course, I get that.
There you go. At least it's only the block. You haven't lost your blitz,
Yes, very true.
but you have lost his tackle zones.
Yeah, that's a real problem.
Give him a little aura here to show that he has been a very naughty boy.
Okay.
So the troll has failed you. That leaves, like you said, the stupid blitzer on the line next to a troll who's staring into space who now has no tackle zones. You've still got a Black Orc in contact with a Beastman or two.
Yeah, I'm going to use the Black Orc.
Okay, so the Black Orc
To
is
just
blocking
do a
that Beastman. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gets 2d6, gets 2 dice against him. Is that the Beastman in contact with your ball carrier?
Yes, it is.
All right. 2 dice for the block. Oh my goodness. It's a skull and then another skull with a tiny explosion that
Well, I'll
could
take that one.
possibly spell death for my Beastman. So 2d6 plus 1 for the ground, Ben.
Yep, I will roll it. Nope, the Beastman's not going anywhere.
Even a little bit. Neither is your Black Orc with a total of 4 and 5. So yeah, absolutely nothing. That
is a turnover.
That is a quick turnover. So the troll has got no tackle zones right now.
Nope.
So we could, in theory, get a bit of a blitz on the go. But I think what we're going to have to do first is try and clear this guy. So we're going to take a Minotaur block. It's a 6. He's okay with it. So this is... Well, that was your guy. So we are going to block with the Minotaur against the drugged up Blitzer. So that's going to be strength 5 against strength 3. 2 dice. We'll take the pass out. We'll take the POW star here. It was POW star in the skull. So this can create a chain block, which can help or hinder us. And we're going to make it so that we move this guy. So our Beastman gets shuffled along the ground. The stupid Blitzer goes down into the ground. So let's give him a red cross. And our Minotaur is now standing next to the ball carrier, unhindered. So armor roll. It's a 12, 13, 14, and injury. He is just stunned. So he's out for a turn. Thick Skull turns an 8 into a 7.
Okay, into a stunned,
yeah, so he is stunned down. We're going to stand this Beastman up behind the ball carrier, so taking up a load of tackle zones there. We've got a Beastman here who is actually free because of that Troll's tackle zone. We've got a Beastman here. But what we're going to be doing is we're going to be blitzing with the Chaos Warrior on the right, on the top side. He's going to go 1 to there, 2 to there, and he's going to blitz the ball carrier using his strength 4 against your strength 3. Boom. All the fireworks. We pop him straight through that gap into the middle of the pitch. Now he's surrounded by players. He goes down. We're following up with the Chaos Warrior and we're rolling for armor. 11, 12 nice. For the ground. And he is stunned as well. So the ball carrier is down and stunned and the ball comes loose. 2-5, which is directly down the pitch towards my end zone, which therefore lands him on Bonehead Man. So we have to scatter again, which is 6, which is to this square here. And because that square is uninhabited, it bounces once more, which is 4, which pops it there, right next door to your lineman.
Not terrible.
It isn't too terrible. We've got a couple of beastmen here. So the beastman who is in our backfield is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and just put a tackle zone on the ball. This Chaos Warrior is going to mosey on over here and keep this Orc on the sideline pinned against the wall instead of basically just, it kind of counts as stunning him because if you stand up you've got to dodge him out. So that's not a bad play. And the Beastman who was standing next to the Troll is now free to move because the Troll is boneheaded. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and then 6 onto the ball. So 4 plus pickup because we're in a tackle zone. Oh, fails again. D8 scatter. It's a 3, so it goes on to that blitzer there. So we scatter again. It's a 2. It goes north. So it goes on to the Beastman. So he's in 1, 2 tackle zones.
Yep.
We'll roll anyway. Nope, he drops it. It scatters again and goes 1. So it goes diagonally left into an empty square. Bounces once more to 4, which leaves it there. There we go. And that will be the end of my turn 3. So this takes it to your turn 4, Ben. I think unless we see like a big play, I think it's going to be quite...
Yeah, well, I mean, I quite like that being there. Could be much worse places.
So the ball has ended up in the top wide zone, about halfway along in Ben's side of the pitch. There's a lot of guys on the ground, but they're not. There's only a couple stunned. So
2 stunned, yeah. I'm going to get the Black Orc up.
Okay, he stands up. He's next door to the Minotaur and the Chaos Warrior. That's bold of the Black Orc, but that is what Black Orcs do.
It sure is.
They're only like 80k, aren't they? They're great.
Yeah, they're really good value, I think.
I'd take 8 of them if I could, I think.
Yeah, I think most people would. I'm going to try and block with the troll. So he's going to... just activate the Black Orc, so I forget.
Yeah, so really stupid on the troll. He's got the Black Orc next to him now, so it's only a 2+. It's a 5, he gets it. And you're activating the troll, so does that mean you're going to be blocking the Minotaur?
Yeah, with the 1 die.
1 dice on the Minotaur.
What can go wrong, right?
Oh, a natural pow. So the orc, the troll, after just staring into space, kind of realises where he is, sees a Minotaur, and just has a pop. Knocks him to the ground. Roll for armor, Ben.
Sorry, I'm just thinking I'm not.
You're not going to follow up with a troll. Okay. Troll does not follow up, but you still get +1 for Mighty Blow and +1 for the ground. Yes. So 2d6 + 2. You're looking for a total of 9 or more.
No, I'll do it. I can do it too.
And a 12 rolls in, and injury is a casualty. So that guy is out. I'm going to roll 1d6 to see if he's dead. He's just badly hurt, so if you do score, I do get to use my potion to bring him back, which we'll do at the end of the game regardless. So that troll absolutely comes through with a clutch play, and Kaiju stomps the Minotaur off the pitch.
Yeah, I'm now going to...
using the power of poorly maintained potholes, and just cripples him.
I'm going to try and dodge there with the Orc Lineman.
Okay, 4+ dodge, because edge 2. No, edge 3, 4+.
Oh, it's edge 3, yeah.
You roll 2d6. We'll take the first one. It's a 5.
You sure? I can roll a standard one.
No, that's fine. We'll take the first roll.
Not bad. Yeah, so that's successful. He's going to try and pick up the ball on a 3+.
Here we go. It's
got it.
4. He gets it.
So 1, 2. I'll just move the ball over there and instead put the yellow dot on.
So the lineman in the backfield has just absolutely earned his pay. Dodged away from the Beastman, grabbed the ball, and now he's running down the top sideline towards the midway point.
Now, he is going to be greedy, and this is where I really mess up.
Are we going for a go for it?
I sure am.
Okay.
I'm going to go there.
Okay, go for it into base contact with the Black Orc and an Orc Lineman and a Troll, and he gets a 5. He's absolutely fine.
Oh, okay.
Whoa.
Bad play. I just realised I went into a tackle zone. It's fine. He's going to stay where he is, and I'm going to try and block it with this guy instead. It's got to redeem myself.
So that Orc is getting +2 assists. My Chaos Warrior is getting +1, so that puts us both at strength 5. So this is going to be another one of those incredible 1-die blocks of yours, Ben.
Yeah, that was it.
Oh, he gets it. It's a natural pow.
I deserved none of that. He has to go there. I'm not going to follow.
Okay, so 2d6 for the armor, +1 for the ground.
No, I'm not going to follow. Yeah, 2d6 for the armor. Oh, and I get the armor break.
Breaks the armor. And casualties him. Let's have 1d6. He is seriously hurt, but not dead, so we can still potion him back.
And the least deserved block of the game.
That was a huge play by your lineman that turn.
Yeah, it was. So, and instead of unstunning these guys, I am actually going to get this guy up.
I was going to say, your Bonehead guy wasn't stunned, so
he was stunned.
Oh, he was stunned. Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to get
so the
this
lineman
down here up.
The lineman who was pinned against the wall by the Chaos Warrior in the lower wide zone stands up. 1, 2, 3. Is he doing anything else, Ben, or is he just going to chill out there?
No, he's just going to be there so that at least you can block him, but it means you're not running off to do something where it
you can't. Yeah. So he's the only one I think who's in range of actually taking out that Orc.
Yeah.
Man, losing the Minotaur was big play.
That was. These guys unstun.
It's all right though. I've got a plan. All right. So that was it for your turn 4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I can still get over 2 go for its turn. Well, yeah, that's my turn.
We'll see about that. So this this Beastman here in the backfield. There's 2 Beastmen. He's going to go 1, 2. 3, 4, and 5. He's going to go to there. This beastman here, who's in contact with the lineman who's playing blocker for the ball carrier, is going to take a 2-die block on that lineman. We get the POW star. He'll go there. Do we follow up? Now, there's going to be a black orc regardless, so we might as well follow up. And then we'll roll armor for the orc. Nothing at all. So the orc is down on the ground but not out, and we've got a beastman in contact with the ball carrier now. So we do actually have an opportunity to blitz. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is going to be a 2-die blitz, and it's going to be from this beastman in the lower wide zone. He is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into there and take a southern block using the power of strength 4 on the blitz to get 2 dice. Both of them are pushes.
Oh, that's not what you wanted.
Has to go there, and I've really got to follow up. So we've got a tackle zone on the ball. It's fine. There's still an opportunity. In the meantime, this Chaos Warrior down there is just going to have a cheeky 2-die block and see if we can't knock this orc into the wall. He knocks him through the wall. That's 2d6 plus 2 is a 10. Breaks the armor. Come on, here we go. Stunned. He's just stunned. But not a bad move. And not a terrible way to round out my turn 4. Wasn't quite as good as yours. But we did some things. I feel like we partook in the making of this game. Okay, so I've got 3 beasts and a warrior against your entire lineup.
Right. I'm going to start this off with... I'm going to try and get the Bonehead guy up.
Okay, cool.
I don't want to waste a blitz on him.
So the Bonehead Blitz are in the middle of the field. 2+ to do things.
Yeah.
He's okay. So 1, 2, 3 to stand, which gives him 3 more squares of movement.
So he's going to go... 1, 2, 3. He's going to tag you there.
Yeah, tags the Chaos Warrior, who was pounding on the orc against the wall on the lower of the wide zones.
I'm going to then get this orc up, and he's going to stay where he is.
So the orc flanking the ball carrier on the other wide zone, who's in base contact with 2 Chaos Warriors, 2 Chaos Beastmen, stands up as well.
I'm then going to blitz with this blitzer down here.
Okay, so the blitzer on the ground in the middle of the pitch. 1, 2, 3 stands up, moves in.
He's going to go... yeah, he has to go there.
Okay.
And he's going to blitz your guy here.
So right into the scrum, taking a punch against the Beastman who was in contact with your ball carrier. So that's going to be a 1-die block there.
Do I not get 2 assists here?
You absolutely do, yeah.
Yeah, cool. So 2 there.
2 dice.
I've got block.
I have yet to see the dice.
Oh, has it not come through?
It's not come through. I'm sure it'll catch up in a second. No problem at all.
Okay. It was a block push. Come on, roll 20.
There it is.
Cool.
Yep.
Okay.
Push and both down. So take the block, put the Beastman on the ground, and then roll for armor.
On the ground, roll for armor. No, he's not going anywhere.
Okay, so armor roll fails, and the Beastman is on the ground, which frees up your ball carrier.
Sure does. So he's going to go 1. Actually, first, I'm going to try and move the troll.
Okay, so he's got support, so 2+, he does things.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. Is he moving on your screen? I've got a connection lost.
So have I.
Have you?
Your connection to the server has been interrupted.
Yes. Maybe it's a roll 20 thing.
Maybe so. On the plus side, you and I are still talking. There's the rolls, and that troll just flew down the screen.
At least we can keep going and it'll catch up.
Why did we give him a red? Why did we give him a red outline? Was that because he boneheaded? Oh, it's because he was really stupid.
It was really stupid.
That's cool. So we are back connected, and the troll is flying down the pitch.
I'm gonna try. Oh no, I'm not gonna do the block of the Black Orc. That's just gonna result in a both down, isn't it? So yeah, I'm gonna do my Blitzer. Oh, my lineman. Sorry, he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So when do you need to do go for it? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you need to do both now, I think.
Yeah, I could do 1 now and do 2 next turn, but that's just asking for trouble.
For extra drama. Okay, so
I'll do 1 now.
First go for it. Here we go. 1d6.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, go for it there. 1d6. There's 1.
It's a 6. He's
Second
good.
One.
We'll go for the second go for it.
Hey, he's got it. Okay,
Another
cool.
6. He is absolutely hooning it down there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can, with a dodge, get a guy on the ball carrier with a couple of go for it. This is going to be huge.
Yep, you can.
And you still got your Black Orc block there.
I do. I'm going to block you that beastman of yours. With a 2 die. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's not quite 3 die. Just push.
Double push.
I'll just push you there. I'll follow. Put the pressure on. Okay, over to you.
Okay, cool. I'm not entirely sure what's going on with the internet, but the camera has also frozen. So it sounds like surrounded by technical difficulties today.
Are you on Virgin Media by any chance?
There we go. No, they didn't do Virgin to our streets.
Okay.
So we are TalkTalk, which is for all intents and purposes Sky, I think, and we're back on it. Okay, good.
Excellent.
You know what? It could have been something to do with my router. My router could have dodged or something. I'm not entirely sure. Because the laptop disconnected, my iPad disconnected, my PC didn't disconnect because it's wired. So anyway, so that was your turn 5, yeah?
Yeah, it was my turn 5.
So it's my turn 5 now. So we can stand up the Beastman from the ground. Probably not a great amount else we can do there. We can blitz away. Oh, that seems risky. That's probably not a terrible decision though. So if we blitz, we go in the bad direction. So we're going to have to move the Chaos Warrior. He's the only player on our side of the pitch, and he's going to have to dodge. So there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, he's going to have to go to there. Or can I just block? So if I block there, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, I'm going to have to dodge away to there. So Chaos Warrior, edge 3. 4 is enough. So
dodge.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a go for it. Oh, he fails the go for it.
It's alright, I've got to make 2 of them as well.
Here we go. So it's now straight to your turn 6.
I can't mess around here.
It's gonna have to go for it. Literally.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and here's the go for it to win the game.
It's a 2+.
Hey!
He gets the touchdown. But I still have turn 6, you know.
You do? Can you score in a turn?
I can if we roll a riot. Oh no,
true.
I can't because the riot changed. No, that we'll call it there. But what I will do is take my potions. Take 1 potion, and it's for the Minotaur because I think this could just be really entertaining. It's not a D6; it's actually a D8. So let's roll the right dice. It's a 3.
Same one as I got, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, Laudanum. So he's back. He's agility 0.
What happens if you have Bonehead and Wild Animal?
I would say, as with anything, you roll it in alphabetical order. So
Cool.
just really, really, really bad.
Yeah.
Really, really, really bad. So that wraps it up for our game. And that was great fun. Well done, Ben. 1-0.
It's really fun. Yeah.
Really, really, really cool. We're going to take a break very quickly, and then we'll come back with our final thoughts, which on the podcast you would have already heard. So yeah, be back in a moment.